Here we go, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, yeah, Hey Arnold.
Yeah, I figured someone would know that one. Fucking here we are again, man.
Yeah.
What were you guys talking about before I came in?
Just me trying to play a second game through, but didn't have time to
Playing
play
on
today.
extreme like me? Playing on extreme like me?
Yeah.
Word up.
But what do you mean like you? I thought you were done with this game. Oh, you're playing on the Portable Ops or Plus?
No, I'm doing both. I'm playing Portable Ops on Extreme, but also Portable Ops Plus, which we will discuss in a bit.
So you're doing a new game Plus then as well?
Yeah, I figured I might as well try it.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh man, how was you guys' day? I guess we should disclose that we really haven't taken a whole week.
Yeah, it was good. I was telling German I listened to the podcast and marked down where I'm going to make some clips for that. I got that done, and yeah, it was a good day.
Chris now has power over the entire channel and podcast. Well, I guess not the podcast, but
yeah.
For the most part, yeah, he has phenomenal cosmic power.
Itty bitty lemon face.
Yeah. And yes, I do keep him in a little itty bitty lamp in the corner of my room. So if anything goes wrong in the next 2 weeks, you know who to blame.
Yep.
Yep.
And for those of you in the future, right? Because this is the past us talking to people in the future. German, you'll clear this up if I fuck this up. But if anything fucking weird happened in the last 2 weeks, you know why it happened. Yeah, fucking Portable Ops. Yeah, German. Well, sorry, no. German, what'd you do today?
Not much. It worked. We couldn't sleep last night, unfortunately, for some reason. And I woke up actually, a good thing I didn't sleep because it was super windy, and something told me to go check my Halloween decorations, and sure enough, one of them was missing. So,
Oh, weird.
But yeah, I put on a shirt and I fucking just walked around at like 1 or 2 in the morning looking for it, and I found it a couple streets over. So that was nice.
What?
Why'd you put on a shirt?
Yeah. Huh?
Why'd you put on a shirt?
Just because. I don't know. It was kind of cold.
Did you put Did you put the blue shirt on that has an S on it?
No, I just put on a muscle shirt. And it was even backwards too, so it was funny because it was like,
Nice.
the front of it was in the back. Yeah, so I just went out there and
so it made you look tougher because it had the high neck.
yeah,
because it was backwards.
And I found it. It's a widely accepted belief that muscle shirts give you a 20% increase in strength.
Yeah, it does. So yeah, because I didn't get much sleep, and then so I was like, schedule looks slow, and I was hoping to get off early, but didn't happen. So whatever. It was still slow, but I still did like usual most of the work. I felt so. Hey, It is what it is, man. Drink a Red Bull, good to go. And some coffee.
Yeah. So. How'd you sleep, Noise? Because I know the other night you didn't.
I didn't mention that last episode.
What?
Wasn't it last episode you had trouble sleeping?
Me or Luis?
No, Noise.
Me. Oh, Luis, you had trouble sleeping a couple episodes ago. I don't remember which one.
Well, it was 2 nights ago.
Yeah. So you mentioned it in our last recording.
Yeah. I thought I mentioned it.
Sleeping.
Yeah, if I didn't, no, yeah, I slept like a fucking baby because, maybe this was this off pod? Did I just talk to German about it?
Dude, who knows, man? I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, so the day we were supposed to record, when the baby shower was happening at my house, German was kind of like, wow, we should probably, like
postpone.
Postpone one more day. And I was like, that's fine. Like, I was so out of it that I was like, I don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
Because I only slept 3.5 hours, like I said. Yeah, and then as soon as German left my house, like I ate a sandwich or a couple sandwiches. I went to my room to change clothes, like to something more comfortable, and I just laid down in my bed and I was like, I'm just gonna stop here. This is where I stop. So I passed out. Fucking slept like a baby, dude. And I woke up like I woke up like at 5 or something in the morning, like super refreshed. Yeah. And I picked up the Vita and I was like, New Game Plus, I guess, and just started doing Extreme. And my wife Jessie was just like, you couldn't sleep? I was like, I was wide awake, so I was just like, I don't even know why I'm fighting it. So
I'm up.
Yeah, I was just sitting in bed playing Vita while they both were sleeping next to me, and I was just like, yeah.
Well, and a lot of people say too, like if you're awake, you shouldn't just stay in bed. You should get up and do something because it can train your body. And I think this is like if you do it for weeks or months, but it can train your body to like when you're in bed, you need to be awake. And then when you try to go to bed, your body's like, wait, but this is the same place where I'm awake. And so it's one of those things where it's like it makes it harder to fall asleep. I don't know how true that is. I don't know how long that has to go on for that to be the case, but it's one of those things where
it's a habit forming. I agree. Yeah. I think it's fairly true because if you always look at YouTube before you go to bed, eventually your body's saying like, "Where's my YouTube, motherfucker?" You know, I'm not going to go to sleep without my YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, is that what that is?
One thing I do believe in is what I've been doing is for years now. I know friends who have this habit. I know people who do this. I don't know how you guys are. There's a lot of people that come home from work, and one of the first things they do, and it's usually girls who do this, they throw on some pajamas. They throw on something comfy. And I read that by doing that, it depends on what time you come home from work. I mean, if you're working like a swing shift and you're getting home at midnight, then put on some pajamas or something. But like us who work in the mornings, if you're coming home by 5 p.m. and you're throwing pajamas on already, you're telling your body and mind like, I'm not going out no more. Like the day's over. And personally, that was kind of fucking with me because I was like, holy shit! I was coming home, putting on some shorts and a tank top or whatever, and I was like, that's it. I'm not going out no more. I'll play a couple video games and go to sleep. So I felt like time was skipping me. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like if you don't take off your street clothes, you can change from a work uniform to, jeans and whatever. But like that gives you that option to say like, you know what? I'm going to go to the store, or you know what? I will go to my friend's house. Fuck it, versus if you're in pajamas, you're like, nah, I don't know if I want to go out anymore, Yeah. So I don't know. That's what I feel. So I definitely don't like to come home and throw on, sleepwear. And we all know there's people who go out there in straight up pajamas. So if it doesn't affect you, then it doesn't affect you. But mentally for me, it was fucking me up.
Yeah, I mean, kind of lost my train of thought, but I mean, outerwear, it's fucking changing. Like people don't even consider them being pajamas anymore. It's just like, whatever, like lingerie used to be lingerie, but now they're tops. Yeah. I think we mentioned that when we were watching Escape from New York. What's her face with the bobas is just like, oh my god, is she wearing lingerie? Like, no, that's just a normal top, dude. It's just that's the future of 1997, don't you know? But I also feel like if you're chilling like in your bed when you know you should be waking up, I think you're also like fucking your back up. Because your body's now relaxed, you're just laying down trying to fall asleep again. Yeah. And you're just destroying your back. And it's just like, you should just get up, which I should have also gotten up when I was playing on the Vita, but I was like, I'm sitting straight up. So I wasn't like that lazy, slanted, sit down on your bed that people normally do and tweaking my neck or some shit. Like I was sitting straight up. So I was like, I think I'm good right here if I don't.
You know what I noticed for sure? Like a lot, I saw a meme or something about like when you get too comfy in your gaming chair or your computer chair, whatever you call it, you start like leaning on it and you start sitting all weird on the chair. And I've noticed I do that too. And I'm like, wait a minute, let me sit up straight in my fucking chair. That's the whole point of it,
It's easier to do on computer chairs, I've noticed, than anything else. What were we gonna say?
I was saying that was me. Like I said, just a little tired today, but overall, productive day.
Why did you have yesterday off? I just remembered you said that.
Oh, because like I was telling Chris earlier, my brother-in-law's in town, so I just took an extra day off yesterday and an extra day off Thursday, just so I could have a little extra time.
Yeah, word up. Well,
indeed.
I guess I should do the intro this time instead of forgetting almost an hour and a half in. Yeah. Welcome back to Codec Calls, a Metal Gear Saga podcast where we play through and finish German. I know I said that like months ago, but I just felt like bringing it up again. The Metal Gear games from 1987 all the way to the present in chronological release date order. I am one of your hosts, Luis, codename Red Noise. I almost forgot what it was. And I'm accompanied by two other... What is this army now that we're in Portable Ops? We don't have a faction, but we're anti-Fox, right? Because we're trying to take down Fox.
Yeah.
Johnny's? I don't know. Jonathans?
Two other Johnnies.
My two other Jonathans. Chris, codenamed Blue Rhino Boss.
Hello.
And German, codenamed either Chrononaut Riser or Chrono Riser, which I think is the better, shorter version.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. How you guys?
Yeah, he loves that name. Listen to the joy in his voice.
It's good. It was. I like it. I do like it. It's nice.
I'm sure people.
He reminds me of what's her name from oh my gosh, the singing show where she was always in the middle of everything. Like she was indecisive.
A singing show.
American Top Idol.
America's Next Top Model.
No, not that.
American Idol.
American Idol. Yes, thank you. Oh my gosh, she was a singer from the 80s.
I'm like, I don't know, dude.
A singer from the 80s.
She did my brain is just Shakira's from the 80s. My brain is not working. It's not.
Shakira was around in the 80s.
Was she?
Yeah.
Singing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, she did. She's
She's a 2000s artist.
Hell no, she's like a fucking 19 or maybe 70s. Did I say 70s or 80s?
You said 80s.
We're talking about Shakira, right?
Yeah.
She's as old as I am, bro.
No, she's not, bro.
Yeah, she's not that old. Anyway, she did Opposites Attract.
Oh, whoa. She's a little bit older than I am.
First album, 1991.
Okay.
So it's not 80s. That's not 80s. But it's still not fucking 2000s.
She's 47 years old.
She existed before America. Okay. So, not before America, but before she was Americanized. Let's just put it that way. Because you're like, oh, I know her from Hips Don't Lie. That's the only place she must exist from. No, she did shit before Hips Don't Lie.
Well, I'm sure she did, but she wasn't from the 80s.
You know what's funny?
Again.
Jesse and I were watching like the React channel, and fucking there was a bunch of like Celine Dion songs that kept popping up that I was like, this is Celine Dion? Because like I like the same way, you know, it's like Shakira, Hips Don't Lie. I feel like the only song I ever knew from her was the fucking My Heart Will Go On from Titanic. But there's these and there's these other fucking songs that I've definitely heard from her, and I'm like, what? This is Celine Dion? That's just blowing my mind. That I'd been listening to Celine Dion like way before I even knew who the fuck she was, or what, before 1997, I guess.
I had to look this up. Paula Abdul is who I was
talking about. Yeah. Well, you should have said like Opposites Attract.
That's what I said.
Did you say that?
He did say that, but
oh shit!
I didn't know.
Sorry, I
still wouldn't have guessed it. I still wouldn't have guessed it. So
what was the other song? The song you said that somebody's covering, and we're like, don't leave Paula Abdul alone. Remember? Someone's covering this other song you said.
Mm.
Chris said it.
Chris doesn't even know.
Chris died.
Hello, Chris? Crystal Bell.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, PC turned off. Okay.
That's what he said. I didn't get that.
Yeah.
You put that in the Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, he got quiet all of a sudden. Like, real quick. Oh, shit. I seriously thought we were like the same age, to be honest. Kind of crazy. I am 20 days younger than what's her face? ScarJo.
Oh yeah,
Scarlett Johansson. Really?
Yep, I'm 20 days younger. What's the last thing you heard?
It was you. You said I should have said Opposites Attract, and I said I did, and then German said he did, and that was the last I heard.
Oh, okay. There was another song that you were saying that someone covered or something about from Paula Abdul, and I was like, no, not Paula Abdul. It was a different older song.
Oh my gosh, what was it? Yeah, it was another one of her hits, one of her popular ones, but I can't think of what it was. But yeah, so yeah, to explain what happened, my keyboard, my friend bought it for me, has a button on it that says power. It will not turn the computer on, but it will turn it off.
Right.
Well, is it a wired keyboard?
Huh?
Is it a wireless keyboard?
No, it's wired.
Oh, then it should turn it back on. What the fuck?
I don't know why it doesn't, but it will not turn it on. But yeah, every once in a while, like if we're just chatting or whatever, my mouse it's not a wireless mouse, it's a wired mouse.
Yeah.
And you've seen my setup, so the wire goes across my lap basically. So to keep it out of the way,
belly.
Yeah, my belly. So to keep it out of the way, I'll like kind of coil up the cord and just sit it on top of my keyboard on the arm of the couch.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, very, very seldomly, but it does happen.
It has just happened.
Yeah. The cord will land on the button just right and presses it as I put the mouse down.
Nice.
And that's what happened.
It makes me think of when we got Jorge this new tablet. When he's like Well, I guess he wasn't shirtless, but he had a shirt that I guess was kind of conducive.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a jersey, so I guess electricity goes through that.
Oh yeah.
And his belly kept touching the home button at the bottom of the screen. And he's like, "What happened?" And I'm like, "Dude, put it on top of your belly. Like your belly keeps pressing the button." And it just kept doing it over and over and over. My son's hips don't lie, apparently. Neither does his belly. But yeah. Portable ops?
Yeah.
Portable ops, yeah.
I'll let you guys take the lead, man.
Oh, man. I was literally about to say, German, go do your thing. All right. Well, last we left our heroes, we had just defeated Null for the second time. And yeah, we cheesed that. We did the Chris strat. I think all of us did the exact same thing now that we figured out how to do that. Without Chris's help, we just, I guess we had SOP, huh, German?
I know, right?
Chris, don't laugh. You don't know what we're talking about.
I know. Chris is just so weird.
Makes it funny.
I was thinking standard operating procedure, but I guess
there you go.
Okay.
Sure, that's perfect. Yeah, that is what it is. But yeah, so after dude, I don't know the cutscenes, bro. Hold on. Let me pull up some stuff. I guess
this is why German leads this.
Exactly. German usually has the like the video going. I'm over here doing things for the podcast, man. I can't do this shit. Yeah. Okay, so
playing
as far as I understand, is we had to go to the silo after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much after that's when you have to go to the silo, and you only got 3 minutes or some shit like that, right? Some timer.
Oh, I don't remember the timer.
Yeah, but the timer. Yeah.
That's right. We had to. Yeah. We didn't really have to disarm it. We just had to like find it or something.
What? No, we're not finding anything.
Then what's the timer for?
It's from the time bomb we placed in the power plant.
Oh, that's right.
Man, this is why you playing, bro.
This is why you need to take. I can't do this. I quit.
Okay, so we defeated Null, and
right.
I guess again, or truly defeated him. Whatever.
Which we now know. Who is he? Chris?
Oh my gosh, what's his name? Decoy Octopus.
Everyone's Decoy Octopus.
It's Gray Fox.
Yes.
Gray Fox. Final answer.
German's gonna shoot himself.
No. I mean, he kind of got me. I thought he was being serious. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, you're fucking serious right now.
But yeah, so you killed Null or defeat him, I guess. And then the it's not now. It's time to set our plan into motion. So we go back to the silo entrance, and we literally have a timer. I didn't remember anything about that timer originally. It wasn't hard. Did you guys have trouble with this section?
Not that I don't even remember it, so I don't think so.
You must have not. You know what? I should replay that part and let the timer run out. Just see what happens if we get a cutscene or something, or if it's just mission failed. Because I'd be interested if it was a special cutscene for that.
Oh, it is mission fail when you run out of time. Because I did do that. Yes.
Oh, you did run out of time? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yay! We have
just a simple failed mission. Okay. But yeah, I mean it's hard if you don't literally like go up the roof and then jump off. If you're going actually the route that the game presents for you, it might be hard because there's extra guards and shit like that. But it shouldn't be hard. You get a full like 5 minutes, I believe it was. So it's not tough at all. Again, because this game, we talked about this a couple episodes back. Because this game literally says completed the second you hit that red checkpoint or field, whatever you want to call it. Nothing matters. So if you don't care about your rank or none of that shit, just run through every. Oh my god, who's that? HQ. Just keep fucking running. Just get to the red zone. You're done. I'm pretty sure I've done that a few times before. It was like HQ, come in. I'm like, I just kept going, and then I hit the little red square, and then it was it. I
was telling Chris that today because I was like, dude, like, there's no consequence.
No.
Yeah.
No, other than your rank, and if you don't care for rank, then yeah, there's no consequence.
And I mean, you don't even see your rank until fucking the end of the game.
Well, yeah, exactly.
So it's just like, well, I don't give a fuck. What is it going to give me? Mongoose? Like it always fucking does.
Yeah, we'll get about ranks there in a minute. But yeah, so you put your timer down, and then this next section here is the actual inside of the silo. Now, this part was kind of cool. I did not remember any of this. I thought it was kind of cool. There's a bunch of the Fox units, Fox guys in there, and there's some turrets. I think this is the first time we see turrets, right? Automatic turrets. You don't remember? Do you want me to share the screen?
Yes, I do remember. Yeah,
I don't remember.
No, so actually, yeah. What I was going, dude, he was on easy.
Oh, maybe. Who knows?
He's never even ran into regular cameras.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm 100% sure he's never even ran into cameras, bro.
Yeah, there's automatic turrets like from Metal Gear 1 and 2, I believe.
Solid 1, yeah. Solid 1 is all
Oh,
two.
the camera turrets. Okay, I thought I was thinking like
some mount or something.
Yeah, okay.
Turrets. No.
Yeah, I did have the turrets.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was cool? So in this section, I was like, oh man, these guards or these soldiers must be pretty good skills. And no, there's no truck. There is no recruiting soldiers in this section. You can't even take them to your box. It's and I believe Campbell does say something like, we don't worry about the guys. Yeah. We're here to fucking do this mission.
Yeah, that's right.
So I thought this part was kind of cool. It's like a little puzzle actually, because the first door that's locked, the guy is staying right behind the frequency to unlock it. So total MGS3 vibes there. By using the codec call to get out of the prison cell, right? Mm-hmm. And then the second one was at least on normal, Chris. I don't know if they just fucking were unlocked for you, for all I know.
No, they weren't. Okay. Normal. But, here, go this way. Soldiers are guiding me.
Yeah, because I was going to say the guards are escorting you this way, sir. Yeah. Follow me, please follow me.
Please, no pictures, everybody. No pictures. Let the man through.
And I still fail.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the second one is up on the ceiling, and then the third one was reversed because of the glass or whatever. Now that one kind of pissed me off because I went into that room for whatever reasons, because I think I was escaping a guard or some bullshit. And I was looking at it and I was like, oh, I'm like, it's flipped. And I don't know, my dyslexia must have kicked in because I kept trying punching in because it was like, what was it, 821 or 851, something like that?
Yeah, it just had the last 3 digits of frequency.
Which obviously the other ones are 1-4, right? So I don't know why I think I was trying to punch in 128.
Sorry, you said like obviously. That. Chris, is that correct? Was it obvious to you?
It was, yeah.
Okay.
See, yeah, so I was
I know you're saying obviously, but
yeah.
I'm the exception to that.
But I just couldn't it took me a minute. I was like, what the fuck am I doing wrong, man? So, I thought I was on the right side of the mirror. I don't know, maybe I flipped it when I shouldn't have flipped it. You know what I'm saying? So point being, I think it is 128. It's 128.
Something like that. Yeah.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. Anyways, it's either 128 or 851. I think it's 128. Anyways, so yeah, so you unlock these doors, all the there's a bunch of turrets in there, there's chaff grenades. Again, this game does give you what you need for that particular sections. If you bring TNT, there'll be TNT in that fucking mission. Like we said, for Metal Gear Raha.
I was gonna say, I wish I knew that for that.
Yeah,
because we didn't see.
Rockets. Yeah,
we didn't see the fucking RPG.
No, they were totally there.
See it anywhere. Yeah.
No, they were there for sure. For me, again, my PlayStation there was so. But yeah, so this session, it could be difficult because it's total all indoors. So if you guys didn't have it mapped out, claw in this section or standard D-pad for fucking map is a little annoying. I will admit to that.
I have to say, this is my favorite level.
Oh, really?
This feels like a Metal Gear.
Because it's all indoors, maybe? Is that...
No, it's just everything made sense to me. Mm. Everything made sense to me. There was that elevator. There was bridge. Scaffolding bridges. There was a camera there. I don't know. It felt like a Metal Gear Solid level.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And there was puzzles and stuff. And I feel like the entire game should have been what this level did. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like just a little. I think that's my biggest beef with most of the game. Like the levels were too simplified. Like get from point A to point B, and this is the one that was like, okay, here's your starting point. Figure out a way to get to this or to open this elevator, and certain doors unlocked with certain things, and this frequencies unlocked other doors and stuff. And that felt like the first part of Metal Gear Solid. Like get Meryl's frequency and all this shit, and get keycard level 1 and stuff like that. And I missed all that, even though Snake Eater didn't really have key cards and stuff like that. There was still some level of gatekeeping, like, oh, I can't get through this door. Maybe I have to do something to get through this door. And we haven't really gotten that.
What do you call it? Metrovania. Yeah.
Metrovania.
Come back later. Yeah.
There's no amount of that in this game. And I really missed that. Even Acid 1 had it with those stupid doors in stage 7. Like that's kind of what I was hoping to talk about with this level, is just that everything felt really linear, and if it wasn't linear, it didn't matter because I could just rush to the end.
Yeah,
I could fucking brute force my way through.
No, No, that's
But
very
I love
true.
this. I love this map. This one's a good one.
Yeah, I had no beef with this map. I thought it was fine. You bring up solid points, so maybe the remake should have more of that. Like we said, you must get back to the truck in non-alert status. You must reach the goal in non-alert status.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this level here was fine. You get to the next door, and literally, what's his name? Campbell's like, hey man, like this is it. This is the elevator. Like, prep up before we go in here. I knew what was coming up in this elevator.
Hey,
pretty
man.
much. No, dude, he talks to Siggins in the back, and then he's like, "Hey, jive ass turkey."
Jesus Christ! Quit trying to get us canceled.
What? What's wrong with that? It's just a way of talking
anymore.
It's lost all meaning. It's lost all meaning. It's whatever.
Campbell adapts to whatever situation he's in. So he placed him with Meryl.
He's decoy octopus.
If you placed him, hey, don't tell me this. If you placed him with Maylene, he would start giving you, proverbs and shit, But no, I knew what was coming up in this section. Noise, you've been looking at the walkthrough, whatever the fuck that was. The next section was the boss fight, right? With Cunningham. So I remember this boss fight. What did you guys
jumping the gun in the last episode? I was like, is this Cunningham?
Well, I guess. Oh, so he tells us, actually, let's talk about a little bit what he tells us. He literally tells us that, like, your mission's it's over, and he was like, what are you talking about? I was like, yeah, man, like, this was all part of the plan. Again, a bunch of weird double triple crossing, because they planned for, again, apparently they planned for this. He actually says on here that the Volgan shooting the Davy Crockett and the boss getting framed and all this shit was apparently planned as well, is what he kind of makes it sound like. Like that,
yeah. I didn't really ever think of it that way. That that was always his mission, was to fire the Davy Crockett.
Well, I'm playing a New Game Plus because I do have some info, and I don't know if it's in a codec call here or something. But point being is, he tells us that he makes it sound like they want to prolong the Cold War. I think it is because they know the Soviet doesn't have the other half of the Philosopher's Legacy, so they're going to run out of money. It's what I think he's aiming for, or some shit like that. Again, exposition. Sorry, guys, there's just some bullshit talking here. So you fight him, Chris. What did you think? Noise. What did you guys think of this fight? He has by the way, his segue is definitely more advanced than any of the other ones we've seen. It's actually got like a full blown seat for him, and he's got a light turret, some kind of like lightning gun on there. So he's a little bit more advanced.
So the first time I went in there, the only weapon I had was my M22.
Okay.
And it was rough. I think I used I probably went through 15 or 20 bullets before I got him like a third of the way down.
And
then
how were you shooting at him? You were just aiming while he was up there?
Yeah, just aiming. Well, it's the only weapon I had. Yeah, so it's the only thing you do.
Well, okay, interesting. In my normal playthrough, there is a XM16 or some shit in that
I was
elevator.
just about to say that thing that German just said.
Yeah, there was some stuff there for me too. Yeah.
Okay.
I just was
didn't want
at
to
first.
use
I didn't. I just ignored it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I was thinking like, that'll do. Well, no, because I thought that was gonna like do harm to him, and I wanted to do it the
right.
The non-lethal way.
The non-lethal way.
Yeah.
The right way.
So I got a call from the colonel and
Campbell. He's not correct.
Yeah, sorry. I keep forgetting that. Yeah. I got a call from Campbell, and he's
what
like,
rank is he? Private?
I don't know. Probably. I don't know rank, so I get confused on all that.
I would imagine he's higher than private if he's captured.
If he was like on Bravo or Green Berets, whatever unit he was in, he's probably
he's a Green Beret. Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, what would he be? Anyways, let's ask Rambo. He'll know.
But yeah, so I got the call from him, the Codec call, and he's like, "Oh, well, if you use a different weapon to shoot his thing to bring him down to your level, then it'll be a lot easier to shoot him." I'm like, oh, okay. So I got the because it had the Scorpion and the M16, I think was there.
Something it's some
something like that.
Yeah.
So first I grabbed the Scorpion. I was like, I'll try this, and I think I dropped like my medical supplies or something because he wasn't doing a whole lot of damage to me anyway. So I dropped my medical supplies, picked that up, and I tried that, and it took like 2 rounds to even get him to come down. So I was like, okay, that sucks, but whatever. And so then I get my M22 out again, and it's still hard to shoot him. Like, it wasn't any better. So I don't understand why he was saying, like, oh, it's easier if you get him down to your level. Like, it wasn't easier. I don't understand that whole thing. And so I tried that a few times. Like, I tried that for a while, I should say. And then the Scorpion ran out of ammunition. So I switched to the M16, and that did it a little bit faster. I think it was like 1 and a bit of a clip would bring him down. But again, I could not get my sights on him at all for whatever reason. And then I quit out of there, and I was like, okay, I'll just go in with my own equipment, and I'll bring extra ammo I'll just bring 1 extra gun, and I'll bring extra ammo for that gun as well, and I'll try it that way. And so I brought probably the M16 or AK-47, one of those assault rifles. I brought one of those, and I had my M22, and again did the whole thing. Shot him down, and then I would use the M22 try to shoot him, and I might get him once before he fired those rockets. And I just kept doing that, and I did that probably like 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
I would quit, start over again, and try it, and it just it was not working. And so finally I was like, is there any little tips or tricks or something on how to beat him? So I just did a quick Google search. I wasn't going to look into this is how you cheese him or anything like that. It was just a quick little Google search. And I saw someone had said if you bring the I can't remember what the gun it was, but it was like a full machine gun.
M63, I believe it.
Yes. M63. Like that was it. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, I'll try that. And it had unlimited ammo. So it's like, this is much easier.
Easy? Are you?
I assume so. Yeah, because it had 999 of 999.
Jeez. Either that or you. That's how much ammo you recruited for that weapon. I don't know. Either way, I didn't grab that weapon, but continue. And
so I did that, and then I brought my M22 out again, and one time I tried the Mons Nagant. That's right. Because I was like, well, maybe if I get in closer, it'll be easier. It was not.
No, hell no.
He just he drifts around just enough that as soon as I would get a lock on him, that delay between I'd get that lock, pull the trigger, and he would be out of the way again, and I would miss him. Well, my thing was I was trying to hit his head because everything else was behind that control mechanism, whatever he had.
A panel, if you want,
Yeah. If you hit the panel, it counts as hitting him.
Oh, really? With the M22?
Yeah. I was so pissed when I found
so you
out.
You were aiming like his little control that was in front of him. It's a tiny little kind of panel, if you will.
Because his legs will show down, next to his seat or whatever.
And his legs are next to his feet? The fuck?
Yeah, people's legs are usually next to their feet. Where are your fucking legs?
That's what I'm just saying. That's what's so funny. He's like his legs were near his feet. What?
I thought you were fucking serious, Jeremy. You hella fucking threw me off just now.
I meant to say seat. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
His legs were exposed basically.
Yeah.
So you could hit those, or his head was basically the only things that were exposed. But you can aim for the center of his mass, which is a lot easier to hit, and it still counts as hitting him.
When he's down low or up high? Either one.
When he's down low, yeah.
Okay.
Because I was just aiming for headshots because I thought that's the only way to hit him. That's the only thing that's really exposed.
That's crazy that you fucking literally did this guy in first person FPS the whole time, like when you were trying to shoot at him.
Pretty much, yeah.
Damn, dude, the lock on works pretty flawless for me.
I was about to say, yeah.
Lock on,
yeah. With L1, draw your weapon with L, it locks on.
What the hell?
Chris just
remember I told you that you can strafe Python. That's how you strafe them, by locking onto him.
Yeah, but that was after that fight, and I told you the way I was doing it was I got in that room where that thing, the catwalk went around the room, and I did the same thing to him that I did to Noel. I just run to one end, wait for him to come, shoot him a couple times. Run
so
to
with
the other
Noel,
corner.
Were you not locking on?
No.
You were first person shooting him while he was reloading?
Yeah.
God damn,
okay,
Chris.
You guys, we did not use the Chris strat because we just locked on to Noel when he was reloading. Sorry, guys. We lied to you.
It makes definitely Chris like to suffer. Hey, I like to suffer too, though. I got claw turned off. But
so did I actually play on easy? Or
I know, right?
You made it hard somehow.
Self-imposed.
You made it extreme.
Handicaps.
You know how MGS2 started the whole European extreme thing, German?
Mm-hmm.
This is damn it, Chris Extreme.
I know.
Blue
Infinite ammo, but he doesn't know to lock on, so he's fucking. God damn, Chris.
Even with infinite ammo.
Noise, what did you think?
Oh,
How did you
man.
fare?
Well, I was gonna kind of do the same thing Chris was doing. I was gonna try to first person shoot the whole thing so I can get some god damn it, the non-lethal way.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously,
Did you know?
I
Did you know the boss was coming up when Campbell said like, make sure you got all your preparations?
no,
I
man, I
didn't
was
know.
paying attention to that shit. I was just like YOLO or NOLO, you know. Fuck
So
it,
you
I don't
went
give
in
a
there
shit.
with just like the MK22 or something, just like Chris.
Yeah, I always
Okay.
had Snake with an MK22. I did have, I think I had an M16 with me, or
Okay.
the what's that heavy gun? M63?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the big boy. Yeah.
Okay, that one's not on that elevator, right?
No.
Okay, so the M16 is on the elevator.
I believe so. It's M16 or a variant of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like M16 one something bunning. It's a
Yeah.
different type of M16. But yeah, so I had an M63 with me already. I think I picked it up from somebody or something, so I had that.
Sure. Okay.
And then yeah, so I saw that. Oh, I called Campbell, Green Beret Campbell, and yeah, same thing, right? He tells you like get him
low.
Yeah, get low to the window,
get low when the whistle blows,
to the wall. And so yeah, you got to shoot him until he gets low, and then you can like shoot him with the MK22. But it's pretty hard to do that even with the lock on to get the dart going. It wasn't working for me, and I was just like, you know what? I don't really give a shit about Callahan, so I just fucking M63'd his ass. I just like locked on and held square. And anytime he shot those rockets, I got behind a little fence. Apparently, those rockets can't go through the little waist-high fence, kind of like Metal Gear Acid
They
Nikitas.
did for
Me,
can,
no.
But yeah, Chris Noise got perfect little angle.
On my PlayStation,
they can't hit the rail.
Yeah, they were like Nikita missiles and a railing. They just exploded as soon as they hit him, dude. So I was just like, cool. After he fired those, locked onto him again, held square, and yeah, that was it.
Yeah, so I remember this fight from my first playthroughs back in the day, and so my first playthrough, since I was doing every side quest and everything, I had the M63. So I remember, like, I must have tried it a few times because I remember saying, like, oh, this weapon is just the way to fucking do it. Because I've also said I used the M63 or the M60, whatever variant it is, for Metal Gear 3 with Volgin, where you just kind of sit there and just, just hold the trigger and just do quick reloads and you can't get some good damage onto them. Anyways, freaking, I didn't have the M63 this time because I wasn't doing any unnecessary side quests. Which, again, kind of future talk here. I'm surprised that you got 13 hours, Noise, by doing the bare minimum. And I got 20-something hours. And I didn't even do a lot of side missions either. Like, I skipped a bunch that I was like, no, I'm not doing that one. And I beat the game way earlier in the in-game calendar. So anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. But
I can't believe you still don't have any rations. That's my
no, I actually still do not. I still do not. There was a mission right after this one.
Insane, dude.
I'm jumping the gun real quick.
In the New Game Plus, the first thing that my medical team made was rations.
Okay, so yeah, we'll get to New Game Plus in a minute.
Something's
but anyway.
wrong with your fucking your medical staff sucks, bro. You got fucking U.S. government Medicare. That's what you got.
So
yeah.
No, so check this out. So I did it. I did the same strat, but with the M60, 16 or whatever gun they give you there. And so again, I took a little longer, but I still got it done the same fashion. Chris, it locks on. Noise. Even the MK22 locks on. Fairly fucking reliable for me.
It was just it did hit him a couple times, but I was just like,
He doesn't care.
Yeah, and plus that M63 did so much more damage that I was just like, this is I didn't believe I was going to recruit him. So I was just like, I don't care. That's the only reason I non-lethaled Python. I remembered his name. And and Null. But since I didn't get Null, I was just like, fuck it. This must be everyone must have a different criteria to recruit themselves. Like I don't even want Callahan on my fucking team. Fuck that
guy. Yeah. No, so I did want to point out that there is a nice little. Hold on, 2 seconds.
1, 2.
I'm back. In the elevator, if you're looking at Callahan, on the right, there's an actual panel for the elevator. Right? Do you guys remember that panel? No, kind of.
No.
Wait,
anyways. Oh, on the actual elevator, yes.
On the actual elevator, yes.
Oh yeah, okay. It looks like a Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah, asset
freight elevator, but it's just like smaller. No, not asset. Metal Gear Solid 1.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. On that, if you go right in the corner of that elevator and crouch, His laser gun won't hurt you. His turret won't hurt you, and I believe missiles are unlikely to hurt you. So if you're ever having trouble, just hide in that corner. So it works. I remember this part. You just hide in the corner. If you ever needed to reload or some bullshit, I'm using claws. I'm like, I gotta readjust my camera, so just hide in that corner and then just fix my camera. But yeah, no issues with him. I did kill him non-lethal, so I did that. And then
killed him non-lethal.
I beat him. Did I say
killed him non-lethal?
I mean,
I killed him not dead.
I killed him non-lethal.
I killed him till he died.
All right, I like that. But yeah, so after you defeat him, interesting speech that Cunningham gives you, and he's pissed off. He's like, "Damn it, Snake!" He's like, "All you had to fucking do was
Wait, did we talk about the fact that he reveals that he's been working for the CIA this whole time?
No, I kind of glossed over it, but again, details that I don't remember because I don't remember them by heart.
I kind of forgot about that. So he did have an official assignment, and he wanted you to be a part of it to help.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He says, "Let's get on the chopper or the plane or some shit like that, and we'll go back to the States."
Yeah,
like, your mission's over.
And he fucking James Bond monologues at you like, "Ha ha ha! You fucking idiot! You still don't know? Fine, I will tell you." You know?
now, what's interesting about this section too is that like it definitely makes me think that he wasn't bluffing. Like he really was like, "Hey man, I had to beat you up. I had to fucking torture you, but it was all part of the plan. We got what we needed to do. Gene's gonna launch the Metal Gear." By the way, I at this point I believe Cunningham still thinks he's gonna launch it into. No, has everyone revealed that it's not gonna launch it into Russia? He's gonna fucking launch it into the.
No, I don't think not yet.
Not yet? Okay, it's after this. Okay,
I think the next cutscene with Gene and a certain person that comes back.
Yeah. So yeah, the point being is like, I felt like he was being a dick about it, but he was sincere. Like, yo, man, like this was the mission. Mission's over. Let's go home. You say fuck no, you're like fuck you, because you're like, I'm loyal to myself or some bullshit. And, you fight him. So then after this, he's kind of like sitting there and he's like, dude, he's like, we would have been heroes. We would have been given the highest honors. I'm like, I think he already has the highest honor. You're fucking big boss. You got a title from the president. I don't think there's anything higher than that,
Well, we did establish bigger boss is
bigger boss
is much better.
But yeah, he pulls out a better boss, bigger, better boss. Yeah. But he pulls out a Davy Crockett. So that was kind of interesting.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he pulls one out. Because his mission was also to, once Gene launched the Metal Gear Racha, he was going to blow up that peninsula and eliminate all evidence that the CIA was ever there, that Snake was there, that Cunningham was there. Like, he was going to erase all of that,
Right.
With the David Crockett. That was the whole point there. But nope, it fails. He doesn't get a chance to push the button because his little treadmill thing blows the fuck up. Yeah, so that was Cunningham's fight. Nothing remarkable. Again, if you guys are having trouble out there, I don't know. He's not that hard. he's probably the easiest one in my opinion. Like you said, especially if you have the M63, you're like you said,
and if you use the lock on.
Yeah, if you use the lock on. If you're on easy and you have lock on, and as Chris says, is infinite ammo, you should literally not even have. You can do it with your eyes closed. But yeah, immediately after that, it's literally just no mission, no sneaking, no nothing. It's straight to the final confrontation against Gene. And this is the part where Release was saying that I think he reveals that his plan is never to shoot into Russia. His plan is to shoot it into the Pentagon.
The US.
That's the word I was looking for. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't remember. I was like, what's the name of that building? I'm like, the Pentagon.
It's got 5 sides.
And why
Latin
exactly?
word is penta. What would it be?
Oh, and why? I don't know. Again, motives get so lost on me in these games sometimes. But I think it's because
he's basically doing the whole
soldiers aren't meant to be used. Oh, because he claims that he knows. Oh,
but what I'm saying is like the reason why he's targeting the U.S. is he's doing the whole war games thing, right?
Okay.
So it's like if somebody attacks the U.S., they'll blame it on Russia, and it's a zero-sum game, right? It's just you guys will just destroy each other, and we'll be on the sidelines in our, what does he call it? He calls it
Army's Heaven.
Army's Heaven. It's basically that meme again. Those two dudes fighting while the other guy's just smoking fucking weed, watching the whole fight happening. That's basically what Gene is picturing himself as is the outsider going like, these two idiots are fighting each other, and we're just going to be here. What is it? Because he wants justice. He wants revenge on the world, pretty much.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And a quote unquote place for soldiers, but soldiers under his control. Not for the soldiers to be free, but to only be under his control.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a little. That's why it's called Army's Heaven versus what we later find out is outer heaven. A place for soldiers. He's like, it's not a place for soldiers. It's a place where I can control soldiers. But no. It's interesting that he's trying to do his version of what he would consider a place for soldiers. But you're right, with not their best interest. It's more about
it's what all leaders do.
Yes, because he literally says that.
Dictators, I mean.
Yeah, because he literally says something along the lines of like, the leader should be strong and blah blah blah. It versus the complete opposite of what we know Big Boss later says. It's like it's not about the leader; it's about just fighting. Like having a place to go. We're needed when there's a battle, but when there's war. But the second the war is over, we're deemed discarded and deemed evil or whatever. Because of what the actions we took.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he reveals some stuff, blah 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 blah. I mean, if you want to add to it, go ahead. I don't really remember everything he says in this section.
Well, let's see.
Oh, this is a section, I guess, where he says that Volgin also that it was all part of the plan.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, What else was there? Did we already mention the thing I just said that was on this part?
What part? Sorry.
Because you thought it was during the Cunningham part, but it was this part.
Oh, it's here. No, I'm just mentioning it right now. Here's where he says that like it was part of the Volgin was given an order or something like that to launch that. Sorry, by the way, we did skip on a little section where there was I believe it's maybe before Cunningham's fight. Gene is talking to somebody, and we don't know who that person is, and he's like, I don't know. He says some very interesting information. He's like, oh, so it's you who's fucking feeding him info or some shit like that. Like it was just kind of an interesting call who the hell he was talking to. But nonetheless, was it Sokolov? Didn't you think? Okay,
wasn't it?
It was someone else. I thought he was talking to someone from like the Pentagon or some shit like that.
Fuck, man, I don't remember. Okay,
but nonetheless, Snake wants to know who the fuck put up Volgin. Put Volgin to the idea or the order to fire that thing, and we don't get that answer here. It just, it skips, and so he's like, "All right, I'm gonna fucking push this button here." And here's the part where Noise was talking about. You get an explosion, and then freaking Elsa, Ursula, Lisa, whatever name was there. She's alive.
Eliza.
She's Eliza. She's alive. She comes in.
Johnny Five alive.
And what's interesting, like she's like, oh, she's very against nuclear war. She's like, no, because her parents died, and she's a
nuke baby, just kind of like like Big Boss himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she's like, no, I'm not gonna let you launch this nuke. And it's interesting because he's like, he tries to kill her with a knife, and she deflects it or some bullshit like that.
She's and like, what he that's says, not a knife.
No, and it's funny because he says, you can. He's like, I let my guard down. You can read my mind, but you can't keep up with my speed or some shit like that. And then he just fucking flash steps and stabs her right in the fucking.
Which is kind of like, I don't feel that would happen, because it's like, if she can read his mind, she would know that shit was coming.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about it, do you really think Gene could pull that move on Psycho Mantis?
That's a good question. That's what I was going to bring up. Psycho Mantis putting into control port 2 keeps him from reading your mind.
Oh, okay. So Gene put his controller in a port 2. Okay, that makes sense. I see how you got it.
No, it's interesting because
GG.
No, because they try to justify it by saying you can read my minds, but your body physically can't keep up with my speeds.
But your mind gives your body the
electrical impulses.
Yeah. So,
but he's faster than electricity.
I'm being nitpicky. I don't like Gene. You
don't like the whole game, dude.
That's not true. So yeah. I like a lot of things about this game. I like that Gene is, like I said, he's creepy and unsettling, and I like the idea of Gene because as far as like Metal Gear bad guys go, like I said in the last episode, he's very always in control, right? Mm-hmm. He's never if anything happens, he's never caught off guard. If anything fucks up the plan, he's not like, fuck, what are we gonna do now? Like
Exactly.
Liquid, when the whole thing happened with the DARPA chief, Liquid was like, "Fuck you, fucked up the plan." Ocelot, when fucking
It
Solid
took
as
Liquid a
Snakes.
minute to reconfigure, readjust his plan. Versus Gene
and
could do
Psycho
it like on the
Mantis had to
fly.
come up with it. Psycho Mantis had to come up with the plan.
You're
it wasn't
right,
Liquid.
You're right. It was Psycho.
And then in Solid 2, fucking Solidus, my eye and all this other shit and all the Patriots and all this stuff.
Yep.
And it's like, well,
Yeah.
you have to kill me, otherwise these AIs are gonna win. Or no, they win anyways. So it's just like, I don't know. The bad guys are always, I don't know, Vulcan, for example, he's never fucking in control. The guy's constantly like pissed off, like, what is happening here? Who the fuck is spying on us? Why is he getting this far?
True. Very true. Very true. But again,
Gene is the only one that's like, oh, it's all good, y'all. Like Callahan almost got killed by a falling beam.
Yeah.
Whatever,
because he does reveal that he knew. He says like, I knew all about it. I knew Cunningham was fucking planning to betray me. I knew.
Yeah, he knew all that shit.
Like, I fucking knew this shit. He's playing 4D chess over here. No, you're right about Vulcan. Like he was. I forgot how he's like, he gets pissed off when the fear dies. He gets pissed off when fucking the end is dead. He's constantly just getting pissed. But again, like they did show not that his rage was just something to be forced with. Like the whole time, every time he'd get pissed off, he wasn't in control, but he showed his force and solidifying that. Like, yeah, it was his only way.
Yeah, it was his only way to keep everybody in line.
Versus like you said, yeah. No, versus like you said, other bosses or other characters that would be like completely. You'd look at them and be like, "Yeah, you're not that tough anymore. Never mind. You're being a little bitch right now.
That I definitely never felt with Gene. It's just he doesn't seem intimidating to me. Just like personally, like I don't know. Like if I looked at him, and be like, "This guy, seriously." But the fact that he never loses control, that's what makes me nervous. If in real life I ever met Gene and saw how he operated, that would make me nervous, and I'd be like, oh fuck, like am I already under his control? You know what I mean?
No shit.
Am I already fucked?
Definitely, like when he started talking earlier, when he was talking to all the soldiers, he's like, hey, one of you guys is gonna betray you. Who is it? Like, yeah, like you said, I would be like,
there he is.
Fuck,
that's the guy. He's betraying you right now.
Him, like, I could totally be like, hey, this guy's not so bad. Fucking, I'll join him. Yeah, fuck it. And it's like, wait a minute, what the fuck am I doing? Yeah. Like you would have to have high willpower to resist his quote unquote charm and charisma and
he's got Riz, bro.
Abilities.
High Riz. That's
high
did
Riz.
You notice in his stats it says high Riz.
Riz. Oh, speaking of stats, we'll talk about that in a minute.
S++ Riz.
But anyways, this is continue here. Here's one of my favorite parts of the whole game is this next section. You get some nice little ambient music, as Elisa is dying, and she reveals that the premonition that Ursula and she had were actually one in the same,
That's what you were that's what you mentioned in last episode. And I was like,
not yet. You're like,
not yet.
Yeah. Because
they both because what was it? No, go ahead. You're gonna explain it better.
Well, I was just saying, Elisa said that she saw that Snake, Big Boss, saved the world, and Ursula saw that he plunged it into nuclear disaster or whatever. Yeah. And then she's like, oh, it was one and the same. Like, you will bring it to fucking its knees, but your sons will save it or some shit like that. That's what she ends up saying.
So, but it's because we do know that, right, Chris?
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure we're on the same page here.
I like these drawings, really pretty drawings. I love artwork, obviously.
I really loved all the cutscenes. That kept me going. Because I was, I was just kind of like looking forward to the next.
Voice acted, man. Because you're right. If they were not voice acted, it would have been
what a difference does it make, right? Like when you were trying to play through digital graphics novel without the voice, you're like,
huge.
Oh, thank God I already watched the video because otherwise there's no way I'd make it through this.
Yeah, but yeah, they show pretty much a little history. You see Metal Gear. What is the fucking first one? Metal Gear
Rockstar?
RT. No.
From Metal Gear 1?
Yeah.
TX
something. Yeah. They kind of show that. They even show Ocelot. Not Ocelot, sorry. Solidus, right? Two swords, right? That's who.
Yeah. Like her she predicts the future and you can see all the stuff that's happening and it's just like, whoa, that's pretty tight. Like,
yeah, it shows.
Obviously it's not like anything special, but to us it's like,
no. Yeah.
Remember Chewbacca? It was that kind of thing. It was member berries and it worked. I gotta say.
Yeah, you see Solid and Liquid, and then you see Ocelot, and then you see freaking big boss in the very front of it. Big older big boss. So official big boss, not Naked Snake.
And they were
no more,
very
not
careful
Snake.
not to spoil MGS4 to us.
Oh yeah, I know, right? Because
Could you imagine if in those little cutscenes they were like, and then this, and we're like, huh?
I mean, if they
Chris
would
would
have
be like,
done
"What does that
it
mean?"
cleverly, yeah.
Oh,
if they
that would
would've
have been
done it
great. And then you play MGS4, and then you play this again, and you'd be like, son of a
That's
bitch.
what that was.
German knew the whole time Sokolov was alive. Fucking asshole.
Freaking time traveler.
Yeah. Chrono Riser.
Chrono, right? But yeah, so she dies, right? So you're like, okay, she's dead. So pretty somber scene there. Definitely does not compare to the boss's death, but it was good. It was good because we weren't attached to Elisa. Honestly, we really weren't. Not like the
I was
boss.
more attached to Jonathan, bro. I miss Johnny.
Yeah, I was too, and his death was a lot quicker than this. Yeah, for sure.
Rip Johnny.
I actually remember his death being a little bit longer, like the whole scene, but it was a lot quicker. I'm like, damn, I actually remember like hurting.
I think it's because like the way adrenaline works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his first time playing it.
Yeah, and I'm sure for you it was like a week long because you're a time traveler. But for me and Chris, it was like I'm sure it felt like a solid 5 minutes of like, wait, Johnny's dead. Johnny died. No. Holding Johnny in our arms. Johnny.
But yeah, no, again, a cool scene. Again, I do love the artwork. So next up is officially our fight against Gene.
Was there another room before that, or was it just
nothing? Just straight up cutscene and boss fights.
Yeah. Chris,
you don't touch the controller, and after you beat Cunningham, you don't touch the controller until you fight Gene. It's just cutscene. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So you're just stuck in that room with him, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Chris, let us know how you fumbled this one for like 5 hours. How long did it take you?
It didn't take me that long. It did take me a few tries. So I can't remember how long it took me to pick up on like using flash grenades and stuff, or stun grenades. I noticed there was some stun grenades in there, so I knew that was like on my mind, like, oh, that might work,
Mm-hmm.
But again, I was using the M22, and I would shoot him, and of course, he would just dodge the bullet or whatever.
Did you try port 2 on the controller? On the console?
No, I did not.
Imagine it's like you have to connect someone else's PSP.
Right?
Oh my god.
It has to be a brand new save file.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh god. You can, by the way, now that we mentioned that, there's game sharing in this.
I saw that, but I don't remember what it does. What it's supposed to do.
So it's the same thing as like the 3DS used to do that too with I forget what games, but multiplayer games basically, so that if you want to play multiplayer with somebody, and you want to play with your friend, they don't have to buy the game. Basically, you send the game to their 3DS or their device, and then they get to play with you, which was
just
thing.
The multiplayer.
Exactly, only the multiplayer stuff, which was a thing in Zelda Triforce Heroes.
Yeah, that
I really want to play because it's like Jesse and I played it with our roommate Derek, because there's no 2-player. It's stupid. It's only 1 or 3.
Oh, really? Yeah. You're right. 1 or 3.
Ridiculous. So at some point, the 3 of us, when we do our Zelda podcast, we're gonna have to figure that out because we have to play through that game.
because it's either 1 player controls all 3 characters for the puzzles, or you need all 3 players.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Shit.
It's stupid, which is just like play this game by myself and not enjoy the fun multiplayer stuff, the whole point of the game, or play with 2 other people that
2 other people. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. 2 other people. But yeah, there's game sharing in this.
So continue, Chris. So you use stun grenades. I did not use them. What does it do? Does it help?
You don't know what it does?
Nope, never used them.
Whoa, Chris, school him.
It just stuns him. And you can use
when are you supposed to use them?
His mind powers.
Oh, when?
Yeah.
Did Chris use them at any point?
I just threw him. Whenever.
All right, Chris never fails to disappoint.
But what did they do? So they just stun him?
It just gave me the opportunity to be able to hit him with my bullets. Yeah.
So at any time you could just throw stuns?
Yeah.
On easy, apparently.
God damn easy. Dude,
what about normal? What does normal do?
You can only do it when he's doing his psychic speech at you.
Okay.
Oh.
Because
distracted, I guess.
While he's doing that psychic speech at you, he's draining your stamina.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And if you hit him with a stun, because he can't move while he's doing that, if you hit him with a stun, then it knocks him out of that whole thing, and then you can do whatever. You can stick your thumb up his butt, like whatever you need to do, you can do it.
Okay. Well, okay. So
that
Chris, so you used stuns and you shot him. That was about
By the way,
it.
doing that thumb of the butt drains his stamina. That's how he took him out.
Right, Chris? So that's what
So it's
all you
non-lethal
did?
kill.
Non-lethal.
Non-lethal.
He's just ashamed and never mentions it to anybody.
Yeah, no shit.
He's the Marcellus Wallace of this game. He says, "Don't tell nobody about this, butch."
Okay, interesting. Noise, I'm assuming you did kind of the official strat, I guess, stun grenades and then just shoot him.
Yeah, just stun grenades, and he was to be honest, he took me less time to figure out than Cunningham because
Really? Okay.
yeah, because like Chris said, the stun grenades were there, so I was just like, huh,
Yeah.
and I was just like, well, what is this for? And it didn't work while he wasn't doing the psychic thing, and I noticed the psychic thing was draining my stamina, and he, like I said, wasn't moving during that. Threw my grenades, stunned him, shot him with that. But then also, the easiest way to take this fool out is to just circle strafe him. Like, not circle strafe and shoot, but circle strafe him while he's throwing his daggers and shit.
The barrage, yeah.
Yeah, and then just wait for him to turn all gold and yellow and Super Saiyan and shit, and he's about to rush you.
Yeah.
Circle strafe him still. You don't have to dodge, because I was dodging at first. I was like, oh god, I gotta get out of this guy's way. But then I remembered I was playing a PSP game, which means, oh, yes, they have to dumb this down so that you don't have a hard time. And so I circle strafed him without dodging. He would dart across, like it was like a liquid snake charge.
No, not liquid, Solidus snake.
No, liquid. On top of Rex.
Okay, I was thinking more Solidus with on top of the Capitol
The
building.
fire charge thing?
Yeah.
I guess they both do kind of the same thing, because liquid snake does the and he would fucking charge at you. And that was his hardest hit in Metal Gear Solid 1. But yeah, you just wait for him to do that. His back is turned to you because he's all tired. And with a really big window, by the way.
Yeah.
Like 2 to 3 second window.
And then you stick your finger up his thumb.
And that's right. You stick your thumb up his coagle, and that'll really piss him off. And yeah, you just fucking rinse and repeat. And that was it. That was just...
Okay.
Like I said, I mean, it sounds like Cunningham should have been easier, but it only took me longer with Cunningham because I was just trying to do the first person. I was like, okay, let me take him down lethally or non-lethally, and then I gave up after like a couple minutes, and I was like, fuck this, like fuck him.
So
yeah, I took him down non-lethally for sure. What's his face?
Gene. I died to him a couple times.
To Gene?
Gene, yeah. Because every once in a while when I would throw the stun grenade, I would get stunned.
Yeah,
and my screen would go.
Oh, right, you're supposed to look away also, Chris.
Yeah.
Me and IRL. It's just black out for a second, you know. No, Snake would get stunned too.
Chris was literally flash bombed in IRL. I was like, I can't fucking. He's looking around the room. I can't see shit.
Why are my ears ringing?
Yeah. You know what I always wonder? How do they do that in video games and in movies? That specific frequency.
Yeah.
They do it so well. Like, how do you record that sound? Crazy. Anyway, continue.
But yeah, so there were a couple times when I would get stunned and I would be out in the open and I don't know what's going on or where anything is. And I come to and he's doing his flurry of knives at me thing, and before I even get a chance to hide somewhere, oh, there goes all my health. So that happened a couple times. But yeah, eventually I just, again, the same thing I did with Python and Null.
Sulkin?
I just let him around the room, turn around, throw a grenade, keep going. When we go off, I'd shoot him a couple times, keep running, just kept doing that. And eventually got him to where he was like trapped in the corner. I think the game had glitched or something.
Did you fucking it sounds like you did the what I did to the gorilla guy in Acid 2, and you just cornered him?
Yeah, well, I didn't corner him. He was just up in one area and he wouldn't leave there.
That's what that fucking gorilla did. He didn't fucking move anymore.
So that's exactly what it was. Yeah.
Oh
and so I just throw a bomb, shoot him a few times, throw a grenade, shoot him a few times, throw a grenade.
Damn.
You were getting multiple shots off on him per.
I think I got 2 every time. Yeah.
That's crazy. I think only one, and then he'd turn around and immediately start dodging again.
Yep.
At least for me on my PlayStation.
Mine too. Me too. So I definitely struggled because, again, as you know, for the 1000th time, I have no fucking rations or life medicine. I think I had a few life medicines.
Oh, I didn't
But
use shit.
but I mean, I had like not even, I didn't have any, like my snake was physically low to begin with from the beginning of the fight. So what I ended up doing is I tried to
Wait, does
muscle
that
through it.
mean? So when you were back at base, you didn't fucking.
No, I did not. So let me jump the gun then. So
God, you're so fucking stubborn. Just let the days go by.
There's a reason why I didn't do it. I beat the game.
That date.
I beat the game on December 30th. So before the new year, before 1972. But when did you guys beat your games?
I don't know, somewhere in April.
Yeah, mine was April.
I have no idea.
No, mine was in May actually.
Whoa. Damn.
Yeah.
So I did do that.
I was doing things. I was actually doing things. I wasn't just failing missions.
You just said in the last episode you didn't give a fuck and you did the bare minimum. So which is it? Bare minimum, or did you do things?
No, I was doing things, but I wasn't like I wasn't doing the spy stuff. I wasn't recruiting people. I was making sure my guys were actually being recruited, and you have to let the days go by with that shit.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I was actually,
but you still didn't even recruit 100.
No, I didn't need to. I just wanted the high-ranking guys that I had.
I almost doubled it.
Yeah, if you just grab the high-ranking guys, that's all you fucking need. But the thing is that they take longer to recruit, so I had to let the days go by more and more. And sometimes I would just go into a mission, do a little, maybe get a couple things, abort it, which means like a whole half day goes by or whatever. That's what I was doing. I wasn't doing. I never completed all the fucking spy things.
No, I didn't do all of them either. But
to me, that's the bare minimum, because I definitely wasn't recruiting a shit ton like Chris. Chris said he has like 100, or that he
180.
actually 180.
Jesus.
Which means he's dismissed 80 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, I just didn't have shit, and I was fine. Like there was one mission that my spies had reported on prior to going into the Cunningham fight. They were like, "Hey, we got to report that there's a fucking supply of rations and medical equipment." And they're like, "Bring something to blow it up, bring something to open the crate up, or some bullshit like that." And I ignored it, and so I was like, "Okay, I need that shit," because I literally had like 2 small rations and like maybe like 5 fucking life or something. Wasn't even enough to get me. I used them. So the point is, I was using them for my mission for the final fight, and I would still end up getting KO'd by his psychokinesis shit there, because I just didn't have enough stamina. Nah, psychokinesis. And so I said, fine, fucking game. So I fucking reset the game, reloaded my file, and it was like pre-Cunningham. So I had to do that level again. So I had to do that one level that you like noise. I did that one again. Yep, I did Cunningham, and then sure enough, it triggered there's equipment. So I went to go do that one. And it has a shitload of equipment. It has like 10 or something plus large rations, 10 plus large medicines. So I was like, cool, now we can go. So I took all that shit with me and then beat Gene first try. Because again, he was just killing me because of his fucking psycho attack there. Now here's what's funny. I wasn't using stun grenades, noise. So I just shot at him when he's doing that attack. He dodges it 3 times, and on the 4th try, you actually hit him and snap him out of it. But you take a lot of, stamina damage. So
yeah, and you're wasting ammo.
Yeah, so I had to bring trank ammo with me because they don't give you trank ammo as far as I saw.
I did a third option.
What?
I meleeed him. I did CQC.
When he was doing that?
Yeah.
Fuck, I didn't try that.
I tried that. It didn't work.
It doesn't work for a couple times, but then the 3rd time it'll hit.
Oh my!
So it's kind of like similar than shooting them. You could have just shot them and not waste ammo, I guess, by you doing your strat. But okay.
That's ridiculous.
Anyways, yeah. So, anyways,
I'm erasing my save. I'm erasing it.
I'm gonna try that again, see what happens. But yeah, anyways, you beat him, and guess what? He gives you a little speech, blah 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 blah, and he gives you the fucking Philosopher's Legacy. So he had the other half the whole time.
Right? I missed that. I guess so.
No, wait, what?
I don't remember that.
Wasn't the Philosopher's Legacy he gave you, was it?
Hold on. What, let's see.
I don't think that. No, I don't think that's it.
Oh, he just says. Okay, I'm looking at the cutscene right now.
He gave you something on film, but I don't think it was Philosopher's Legacy.
All right, okay. Let me put it this way. He says, "Take this," and he goes, "What is it? The equipment, personnel, and funds I amassed it in secret to build armies heaven." So maybe it's not Philosopher's Legacy, but
so he built his own funds.
Yeah. Okay, because he does say at one point, he says, "You'll you'll be happy you have it one day. You know, I don't know. So I always thought it was for the second half.
Outer heaven. Cough,
Yeah,
sorry.
exactly.
Yeah.
There you go, Chris. Good job, Chris. Good job.
You knew?
You. So Gene dies, right? And then the silo opens up, and the Metal Gear is supposedly strapped to a Saturn V rocket or some shit. You know, again, technically, I guess
Same
that's
one
the only
used
way
for
to.
the Apollo program.
Yeah, exactly right. So we get another cool 3D render.
Most of
picture
Snake's
here.
lines are always questions. Which, by the way, in this game, he actually has like a lot more dialogue. Like he actually says things.
Yeah.
Because in Snake Eater, you know, besides Codec Calls, he's always like Metal Gear and just like questions and whatever, and
Nice shoes.
Gohan, yeah, nice shoes, wanna fuck, you know, like just weird things. I was just like, what the fuck? And like this time for now, he actually has good speeches, you know, like the whole thing about the boss with Johnny, and yeah, it's just a lot better dialogue in this. This is what I really, really like about the game. Is the cutscenes are really awesome. David Hayter nails it more than he ever has, I think, up to this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
because like I said, in other games, he's very just one-liner type of thing.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah. I can.
He's Snake Plissken basically from fucking
honestly
the movies up until this point, and now he actually has dialogue.
Call me Snake.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Call me Snake.
But yeah, so anyways, you know, so the rocket's there, and you call Sokolov, and you're like, hey, how do I destroy it? And he's like, you can't. It's got super anti-tank fucking shields or some shit. You know, he's pretty much saying like you can't destroy it or some bullshit, which is always so fucking dumb when they say shit like that, because then it's like, oh, but we did build it a fail safe. Just bomb the leg, left, right, left, right, 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 left, right, left, right.
Yeah.
You know,
shoot the little vent. It's the weak point.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so it's always so dumb. But anyway, so you're trying to destroy the rocket, right? And you're like, fuck, it's just not working, you know. And then all the soldiers come out and they all start chucking grenades and fucking shooting at it. Pretty cool scene, in my opinion, because they're all just, you know, shooting at this rocket, and Snake's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
He's
what
like,
are you guys doing?
Die. Yeah. And what they say again, that's why I like this game, because it does. We saw how Naked Snake became Big Boss, and the mission that made him the greatest soldier ever lived, or at least the first mission that ever made him the greatest soldier ever lived. Because this mission alone too was pretty damn epic, you know, if you think about it, right?
It shows that his ideals are powerful.
Yeah. No, and
they have
why
something
people,
behind him,
and why people follow him. You know, he's not a dictator. He's not a villain. Like, follow me or you will die.
It's all the things that we heard in
to them.
Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2, and in Metal Gear Solid.
Yep, and that's
heard
why
it throughout every single one.
Yep, and yeah, because everyone saw who he is and saw what he fought for and saw his morals and ideals. You know, and and they're, you know, he's like, get out of here, you're gonna be killed. And they're like, hey man, they're like, you risked your life to save our motherland, so now it's our fucking turn to help save you and your country or whatever, you know?
Right. Yeah. Which is crazy, like, because I felt that in my heart, because it was like, in today's world, you would never see another country risk themselves for you unless you did something of equal, you know, action. You know, it's
sure. You know what? That's why one of my favorite scenes in and it seems might be corny, but I love Independence Day when
Bill Pullman pulls that speech off.
Yeah,
I was actually thinking about that. I don't know why. I don't think it was this game, but it's weird that you're saying that.
No, I recently.
I think he's also a mind reader, Chris.
It's the
what's
SOP.
another word for a mind reader? Yeah, we gotta, you know, chrono something. We gotta add. We're erasing Riser. We're adding something else to it.
But no, because I do, again, and this is gonna sound maybe silly or goofy. I am an advocate for peace. Like, I do. I wish we all got along.
Excuse me. What?
I wish we were fucking brothers, because we all are just fucking brothers at the end of the day, right?
We're all humans, and it's weird that we're
fighting over the dumbest shit
ever. What are we doing?
So again, going back to Independence Day, you know, when he's like today, he goes, it's an important day, or what, I can't remember the speech verbatim.
We will not go quietly into the night.
That's what I remember. But
we will not vanish without a fight.
It's the part where he says, like, he's like, today, he's like, what do you say? It's not America. It's the world. It's all of us. We are all in this together, you know? Yeah. Because think about that, man. Like, it always makes me think, like, yeah, if tomorrow aliens fucking attacked, I goddamn hope we all unite to fucking defeat the aliens instead of, you know, fucking backstabbing each other like idiots, So, well, hopefully that day never comes. But are you playing it?
I'll invite it.
We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore. We will be united in our common interests.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's fate that today is the 4th of July. And you will once again be fighting for our freedom. Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation.
This is the best part of this
We're
movie.
fighting for our right to live.
Everything else is ridiculous, but this is the best part of the movie.
I don't know.
And
I like the
should we
welcome to
win the
Earth.
day,
Fuck Will
The
Smith.
4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday.
But yeah, beautiful speech, and this section here totally reminds me of Big Boss reminds me of that speech. People saw him; these soldiers saw him and said, like, "No, man, like you risked your life for us. Now we're gonna repay the favor, even though you're not asking for it. It's because out of the goodness of
He's
their
clearly
hearts,
telling them to run. He's just like,
Yeah.
"Oh, fuck out of here."
Yep. But yeah, apparently you did enough damage, you and the soldiers, and the Saturn rocket blows up in space with
Well, you
gear.
throw 2 RPGs at it,
Yeah.
and the second one finally fucking like derails it or some shit
Mm-hmm.
in orbit.
Yeah.
And Sokolov's like, "You fucking did it, bro!" Woo!
Yeah. By the way, Sokolov's definitely a different voice actor. I didn't like his voice actor.
He's the same voice actor, by the way.
Is he? Okay. Well, he did a worse job for some reason. He doesn't sound like Sokolov to me.
It's the same
All I
guy.
cared
Yeah.
was he has his monocle.
Yeah.
I just wanted him to do his CQC moves again.
Oh, he does thank you. So we kind of gloss over Sokolov. He does thank you at one point for like, because he says like I was reunited with my family for just a little bit, because I was like, wait a minute, what happened to his fucking family?
Right.
But then I don't understand if Gene kidnapped him or something. I'm not sure how he ended up.
How did
here.
he
I
end
won't
up?
lie.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe
Question.
he. I think the CIA put him to work on the Metal Gear project from Granin, and that's how he ended up getting tied into this. I think that's what happened. Because remember, that's what was happening was Granin was sending it over to a friend in the States, and so
which we decided was Hal's
Otacon's
grandfather,
right? Yes, that's what my vote is grandfather.
Because that makes more sense. Yeah, I remember listening back to that episode, and I'm like, why the fuck do I think it's his dad? Like, he's way too young. It makes more sense that it's the grandfather. Yeah.
But yeah, so then blows up, and we get a cut. We get a scene where it cuts to a couple of men walking in some hallway, and out of the shadows comes out who, Chris?
Decoy octopus. No, it's Revolver Ocelot. Well,
Ocelot.
Revolver Otacon. Absolutely, yes.
Revolver Ocelot.
Resolver Akanon.
But yeah, he comes out, and
Dr. Otto.
and he's actually wearing a suit from what I can tell in the so it's kind of interesting. Like, oh, he's not wearing his little fucking.
I don't know. He's drawn so weird.
Commander.
Like you said, in that other picture, he just
that other one.
so fucking smug and weird. It's just like the fuck.
But anyway, it's the CIA director. Is this the
He
I
wants
want
to
to shake your
hand.
Is him, right?
It's gotta be, dude.
But it's
Well,
gotta
I mean,
be
it's 6 years later, so I don't think so. I don't really think directors really last that long, unless I mean, think about it. Bush Senior was a CIA director before he became president, and usually directors of like Pentagons and CIA and stuff like that, like Secretary of State, they only really last as long as the administration that hired them.
Oh, that's true.
You know what I mean? Hillary Clinton
That's
was
true.
Secretary of State during the Obama administration, which would be fucking 8 years. So if he was under the same administration, it's probably the same guy who wants to shake your hand. If not, then which when you think about it, if it was 1964, it was Lyndon B. Johnson because Kennedy had just been assassinated the year before in 63. And Johnson only did one term. Am I mistaken? We need a Canadian spy to tell us. Yeah.
Or just Google here.
Oh, God. Okay. I guess I'll. Let's see. President in, was it 1970?
Yeah.
For this game?
Or 1971.
It was Nixon. So it would probably not be the same director.
Okay.
Because
Lyndon B. Johnson did one term, one incomplete term, technically, right? Because
no, I guess it would be 1.5 terms because.
Well, it says 1961 to 1963, so that's only technically 2 years.
I thought thought Kennedy was assassinated in 63, dude.
I said no, apparently not.
Hold on a second.
It says here presidential terms: November 22nd, 1963 to January 20th, 1969. What the fuck? Why?
Yeah, see, well, that's what I was gonna say. 61 to 63 was Kennedy, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't read the full sentence.
Yeah. I know the exact day Kennedy was assassinated. It's November 22nd, 1963, which I think is ScarJo's birthday. Let's see, Scarlett.
I think so.
Johansson.
I believe
because I just said that I'm 20 days younger. Yep, November 22nd, 1984.
Okay.
I know my dates, bro.
But yeah,
Cameron, do you know your birthday?
Mine, yeah. I didn't when I was younger.
Which one?
That was a good question. Yeah, I didn't know.
Also, happy late birthday, because we didn't wish you a happy birthday, but we did Chris like almost a whole week later.
Did we? But anyways, Ocelot's here, and he reveals, he's like, remember me? Oh, you know what? He says, remember me. So it's got to be the same guy. He says, my name is Adam. Remember me now. And he goes, oh, you're the triple spy for the philosophers. So it's the same. I want to shake your hand.
Okay.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Makes sense.
But yeah, so pretty much, he's on his way to a bunker because they got information that the rocket was heading towards the U.S. or whatever, and that was all part of Ocelot's plan because he wanted the philosopher's half, which is this the one Ocelot originally stole?
I don't know,
because at the end of it, remember, he goes, the one we gave Eva, or the one that Eva has, is a fake, but he says we only got half of it. So Ocelot stole this half. This is the half he's stealing back, I guess. That's what I'm kind of reading it as.
For the Patriots.
Yeah. For the
Low.
So anyways, yeah, it was part of his plan because he was going to bring the data with him, the microfilm, or what's it called? The microfilm, the microfiche, whatever. So he kills. Isn't that what those little things were called? The fish.
You're talking about microfiche, and that's that was for like newspaper articles and stuff. I don't know if,
but I'm pretty sure they called it microfilm in Snake Eater, at least.
Yeah. I
didn't even know that term, microfiche.
But it wasn't. Okay. But it wasn't a film like a roll. If you remember correctly, it was like a little flat. It looked like a fiche. Go back to when the boss gives it to Snake. Naked Snake. It looks like
it kind of does. Yeah.
It looks like the negatives that they give you when you remember back in the day, kids, where we went to go do our 1 hour photo, and they gave you back your negatives in the flat thing. That's kind of how I pictured the Philosopher's Legacy in my head.
Do you remember libraries used to have these? They looked like computer monitors, but they weren't hooked up to PCs.
Wait. Start again.
So they had like in my library anyway. I don't know how it worked in everyone else's, and they had like a little section of like 3 or 4 monitors.
Yes.
That weren't hooked up to PCs.
And that's how you would look up like news articles and shit?
That was the microfiche machine. So it was usually like old newspapers and stuff.
I did not know that's what they were called.
And you could like zoom way in on it.
Yeah.
And like it was like, you could scroll around and everything. Yeah.
It was impressive how much shit was on one little card.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were so small. And I remember I was always like, why do they move so fucking fast? Because they're so small, because you move them a fucking centimeter. And it was like, you were like on a whole different page. You're like, oh shit.
Exactly. Yeah. That's microfiche.
Damn, that's so crazy, because like you gotta think like in a regular negative from like a Kodak disposable film, like one fucking frame of that was like, if I remember correctly, that was like 14 megapixels back in the day. And we have fucking surpassed that with digital. Which is nonsense. But it was like, for us, we were like 4 megapixels, 8 megapixels, 12 megapixels, and our eyes can't even discern anymore past that. But it's crazy to think that 14 megapixels was kind of like what those disposable Kodak cameras were. Obviously, higher end film cameras were doing who knows how many megapixels. But what was that microfiche? Like, what was that? What was the resolution on that? If you actually digitized it,
and
it was just text.
So 2 things real quick. What's funny is, like you said, when cell phones start having the cameras in them, they were like fucking, what was it, like a pixel? So digital disposable cameras,
pixels and stuff.
They were shitty. It was like, we got 1 megapixel on the iPhone 1. Like, what?
So what's
just
funny
like these other digital
cameras
cameras already have way more than that. Like, what do you mean you can't fit it in that phone? We can't.
No, well,
the screen's too big.
That's what I'm saying. Is like no one took pictures on your phone. I mean, you took some just to show off that you could take pictures on your phone. but it didn't hold a candle to fucking disposable cameras.
Look at my 128 by 100 photo that I just sent you.
Yeah, grainy.
Please don't send me a GIF, man. It's gonna break my phone.
Would GIF even exist back then? But
yeah, dude, GIFs on like a fucking Nokia, like back in like 2002. I remember, man, going to college, and you would send, and you would like, you could even customize it for like your home screen.
Oh yeah,
like when you turned it on, it wasn't your home screen, but it was like your boot up screen, and there was like a GIF, and you could change it to whatever you want instead of like. Remember Singular? You guys remember Singular?
Singular wireless? Oh man!
And then they got absorbed by AT&T. I was so fucking pissed because we had just left AT&T.
Yep.
And it was Singular, and the first iPhone was on Singular, and we're like, yeah. And then the next year was just like AT&T's taking over, and we're like, fuck.
Wasn't iPhone AT&T exclusive for like the first couple of years, right?
Well, that's what I mean, because it was Singular.
Yeah.
And before they announced it with Singular. And before the first phone shipped, AT&T had absorbed Singular.
Damn.
So so the iPhone became AT&T exclusive when it should have been a Singular exclusive. But
which makes me think they knew this and they should have disclosed that. That's some kind of insider trade.
Oh yeah, there's definitely That's not something that's like overnight, you know.
Out of the blue. By the way, we sold to AT&T. No, yeah, exactly. AT&T was like, "Yo, man, here's a couple $1 million. Just fucking sign it over to us, man."
Yeah, AT&T had that shit on lock for. I think you're right. I think you were like the first 3 years or some shit,
something like that. But no, that's what I was gonna say. So two things. That's what I'm saying. Like how funny it was that these cameras couldn't hold the light to disposable cameras, you know, so people were still using them, even if you had a smartphone or quote unquote smartphone, you were still using disposable cameras because they were just better quality.
Or you bought like a digital camera.
Digital.
And those things for $300 to $500.
My first digital camera was, I believe, 8 megapixels. So still probably wasn't as good as a disposable. That was my first digital camera.
But it was still a beast compared to like the first iPhone. That thing was killer, I bet.
Easy. But no, and so the second thing I wanted to bring up real quick was I just realized how funny this is that we are here going, oh yeah, microfiche. I'm pretty sure a lot of our listeners are going, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, Chris just
YouTube
explained it, which I didn't even know.
He explained it, but it's not the same as seeing it.
I can explain it. In movies back in the day, there would always be like some detective who would be like looking back at old newspaper listings. And the only way to do that was he would go to a library, like Chris said, and they would be looking through. It was like a solid eye. You know what I mean? Like it was like a mirror looking down into this kind of like a projector screen.
Yeah.
God, now let's explain projectors. Remember in school where there was projectors and they pushed the light up into a magnifying glass and then that would push it into a projector screen? Oh my God.
Into a mirror that would invert it, and
it was upside down. Yeah. It was upside down and backwards.
So you had to put a prism in there, I believe, or was it just a mirror to
I think it was inverse? A prism because it had to Anyways, same thing. It's the same thing, but you were looking directly at this it wasn't even a screen. It was just a window.
Piece of glass.
What the fuck? It's a piece of glass. Yeah, and then you would have to move, like we said, this little microfiche, I guess is what it's called, but it is just film. And that was the whole newspaper in a little fucking thing that was the size of an SD card.
Yeah.
Not nuts.
No, it's pretty cool. Look into YouTube. If you're definitely a younger listener, look it up because it's pretty cool.
Watch the original It miniseries. It happens in that movie.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, when they're looking into the history. No.
Yeah, literally, yeah, because one of the guys goes into the library. I think it's Michael, the guy, the black kid, when he's an adult. I think, is it him? I don't know.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
But somebody, any old film where there's a detective, it'll happen.
Yeah, looking up old articles and like, oh my God.
I think it even happens in the first Silent Hill movie, actually.
But yeah, so freaking, going back to the game here to finish it off. Ocelot here, kills the guards that are with them, and then he tells the CIA director, he's like, the director says like, you're betraying the philosophers or something like that. He's like, betraying them? He's like, no. He's like, I'm gonna become them, or I'm gonna join them, or some shit like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, he says something like, I'm gonna recreate them, or we're remaking them, or something. Yeah.
In her image, she says. That's what's interesting.
Right. In whose image, Chris?
Boss.
Which boss? Big boss? Bigger boss?
Boss.
Ultra boss?
The boss.
Hugo Boss.
Hugo Boss. Mighty Boss tones.
But yeah, so he kills.
But why would he want to do that?
Because it's his mom.
Ah, okay.
But
Chris is on top of it today.
Yeah, but yeah, so he kills him, and that scene ends there.
Well, he killed the killer octopus.
so then you get the final, no, not the final scene, I guess, but this final little section here is there's a cargo plane lands, and what's his name? Campbell's talking to you, and he's telling you, it's like, hey man, it's like, I heard you got a big welcome back or some bullshit like that, and the big boss pretty much says, in my opinion, what probably happens more than we fucking think.
By the way, we shouldn't be calling him Big Boss because he has, at this point, still rejected that name.
Yeah, you're right. Well, just to this point, yes.
He's still
he's all,
Snake.
Yeah, I know. So he's all like,
"Call me Snake."
But he's like, yeah, he's like, what's gonna happen or whatever. He's like, yep. He's like, they're saying this was a planned mission, and that freaking I was sent in there to what is it, quench or quail, or what's that word they use? To stop Gene's rebellion, pretty much.
Squanch?
Maybe squanch or something. Squander. I don't know. Squanch. But he's pretty much like, he's saying the government's covering it up. Like they're using him again / maybe for the first time by saying, like, hey man, like, we didn't plan this, but you took out the villain for us. So fuck it. We're gonna take credit for it and give you a fucking medal. It's pretty much what happens.
Yeah.
And you have here, you see, I actually don't know who the guy in the very front is. It's some random looking dude, but you see Siggins, you see paramedic, and do you see Zero? Yeah, you see Zero as well. So the other guy must be the FBI director or some shit. Right?
Shake my hand.
Shake my hand.
You son of a bitch.
But Snake asks about Frank, Frank Yeager, and pretty much, he says he's in the hospital and he's not really sure what's going to happen. And, you get a medal, you get a salute from your country.
Yay.
And as these soldiers,
this will make up for all the PTSD I will have later. Yay.
No shit, right? No shit. That's what I'm saying. It happens probably more than we fucking think. But what's interesting here is you just landed on in some runway off of a plane. And then immediately, after you do the little speech with Campbell, there's soldiers in the background walking, and they all salute you. Are those American soldiers? Because they don't look like. Oh, you know what it must be? They must have been on the plane with you. These are soldiers from
your soldiers
from the peninsula. Yeah, these are your soldiers, right? Yeah, because they're shirtless, so it looks like they're definitely more or less prisoners of war at this point. But they all fucking give you a salute, and you salute them back. And I don't know if you noticed that you are wearing a new hat.
What hat?
You are officially wearing Foxhound hat.
Oh shit! I did not notice that.
Okay. I didn't either.
Yeah, you're wearing officially Foxhound's hat. It's got the fox and the fucking knife in his mouth.
Yes, the fox in his the knife in his hand.
So you're wearing that logo.
Hold a knife in his hand.
So this is obviously where Big Boss says he's like he literally says, I'm not living unless I'm in battle. And
right.
He's like, I think this when he says, call me Big Boss, doesn't he? Hold on. No, he doesn't. I guess he doesn't say that. But yeah, I don't know. I thought he called himself Big Boss at this point. But the point is, you get your handshake, you get some documents handed to you, which is what I'm assuming is the documents that are saying what your new unit is going to be called, Foxhound, I think. I don't really know. Because they zoom into some documents that are just illegible, so I don't know what the fuck they're supposed to mean. But you get the ending credit, the ending song. What is it called? Call Into the Night or some shit like that. Do you remember? Call Into the Night or some shit like that.
Oh, you know what? Yes. Yeah, you're right.
Is this the first time we hear this song, or is this in
this?
Like Metal Gear?
We can't say.
Oh, okay.
But when I heard it, I was like, "Holy shit!"
So that's why it sounds familiar to me. Then, okay.
Yeah, this is Chrono Riser timeline.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, when I heard it, I was like, "Oh!" And it's kind of like the first time you hear this type of song in Metal Gear, because like up to this point, we have very custom songs. You know what I mean? Snake Eater, the da-na-na, da-na-na-na-na, like they're all very custom songs, and this one seemed like it was written elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's also written specifically for the game. But I might be
perhaps I'm not sure. But yeah, you get the song. Definitely I like it better than MGS's 2 ending, and two ending song. I remember when MGS Solid 2. Sorry, Solid 2.
You don't like that song in MGS2?
No, when I
Wait, did you just
played.
say MGS Solid 2?
Shut up, Chris. I remember when that one played, I was like, oh yeah, I remember how like not.
Oh no, you're thinking of the can't say goodbye to
Yeah.
yesterday. Yeah, I don't like that one. I like the other one. I like the I stare at the sun and the sky is up above. I think it's a different song.
Maybe
Oh no, it's the same
that.
song. It's the same song.
Is it? Did you like that line? Like, yeah, for me, I was like, oh man, I remember how much I would like beat the game and be like, start, I don't care.
Skip
versus 3. I'm like, I listened to it. I'm like,
Codename Mongoose.
Yeah, it's fucking great game. But you get one last little cutscene at the end there.
This is where you were talking about like, oh, so you were the one feeding me information.
Mm-hmm. No, Gene does say something like that. I'll look at that Gene part, but
oh really? Okay.
Gene does say something like oh yeah, like so you're doing anyways. So Ocelot calls somebody and or no, he gets the call actually.
Yeah, and he says, yeah, so you were the one feeding me information.
Mm-hmm.
The DCI's death should pass as suicide.
Yeah.
They'll claim he did it because he felt responsible for the theft of Metal Gear. He could look forward to a major shakeup. Blah 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 blah. What's actually important here? Let's see. Yes, we should have known Gene was serious about launching those nukes. Oh, that's right, because everyone was doubting was he going to do it.
I know it's important.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, so he says here that their backup plan came in handy. Remember when earlier
with fucking nigga Snake?
It's just Snake. Remember when we questioned why was there an M9 in a sneaking suit at the cell? That's why.
Because fucking Ocelot planted it there.
You were the plan B.
The ace
the
in the
whole fucking time. So to me, I when I remember listening to this part, I was like, oh, so now at least it's fitting that there was a fucking MK2 and a fucking sneaking suit, Otherwise, we were like, why is it here? This is stupid, right? So that's why it was there, because it was part of the plan.
Yep, and they used him and the Fox unit, and they got the battle data from the Perfect Soldier, Frank Yeager. They got the genes from Gene, right? Or no? I think this is where they're starting like the genome project.
Well, he says genes, genome. He goes, interesting. He's like, okay. It's like, he's like, this is where we start getting the idea for, what happens in a couple years from this game, Chris.
Yeah.
Enfant terrible.
Les enfants terribles. Maybe. Yes. Maybe.
But he says, I'll help you. And he goes, but in one condition. He goes, I want him to join us.
Yes.
And
Big Boss. So that we can become who, Chris?
So who is he talking to here, Noise? Do you know, Chris? Do you know?
I have no idea.
We don't know.
The guy wants to shake our hand.
No, he's dead. He's got a fucking bullet in his head.
So you can still be talking to him, you know.
Hey, it is Ocelot, man. You could have fucking faked that shit.
But yeah, who do they want to become first, though?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, he says it. Remember, he's like, I don't want to betray them. I'm going to join them.
Oh, the Patriots.
Yes.
Yeah.
He wants to be. Well, he wants to become the Patriots. Like this is where the Patriots are created.
Yeah, because Noise made a valid point back in 3. Was I kept saying Patriots. And he's like, there's known as the philosophers. I'm like, yeah. I know. Philosophers become Patriots. So this is where the Patriots come from, Chris.
Yeah.
Or at least
technically,
official.
I don't really think that philosophers become the Patriots. I think the Patriots come into being using the philosophers' legacy.
Sure. That's what I'm trying to refer to. Is that it's
because the philosophers were the ones from like over 100 years ago, right? After MGS2.
No, the philosophers were that's. I think that was misinformation that was given to Ocelot.
Mm-hmm.
But the philosophers.
Well, Ocelot.
Did I say Ocelot? God damn it!
You said Ocelot, but Ocelot did have that data. Supposedly.
I just pulled a German, but I meant Otacon. Oh yeah, I guess that information was also given to. No, but Ocelot would know this. Ocelot would know all this.
But it was Liquid Ocelot, so it was Liquid who was technically going to use that data. Liquado.
The
liquado. He's a liquado.
Liquado and the sock puppet.
I forgot about that. Put it on the sock, brother.
We need to film that.
Takes off the glasses with his other hand. Shakes his hair.
Like my sunglasses. Yeah, he flips his hair.
Oh, damn.
But the philosophers I think were established in the 20s.
they're probably around prior to that, more or less. But that's what the boss.
I think
says
it's in the 20s because it's
where they pool their money for the Great War. Yes,
because it's the Joy's father, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, he was a member.
He was a member. She was born. She was meant to inherit that shit, and then Volgan's dad and all this other crap.
Yeah, and he stole it or whatever. But so what I'm thinking is there was powerful people even prior to the 20s. You know, it's in America and
right,
China,
who pulled all that
Russia,
money together,
and they were separate, and then they realized, wait a minute, let's pull our money together and fucking win the war, and then they realized like, wait a minute, we can use this money to
keep the war going,
or not going, or manipulate it into what we want, So that's kind of what happened there. But yeah, so rankings. Let's just finish off real quick.
All right, what was my ranking? Where'd I put it? Let's see. I was the first one.
The same one.
I'm pissed that I overwrote the file
Me too.
that I had because because here's why. So my ranking was Dove, and I hate that Dove is just kind of a catch-all as long as you didn't kill anyone.
Didn't you get Pigeon?
Yeah, Pigeon or Dove, whatever the fuck it is, whatever it was, and so
I mean
that
they
is
are the same thing.
So is Pigeon better than Carrot Top?
No.
How's that a thing?
Because I didn't kill anybody.
So
that's the whole point of the game.
You got 114 people killed.
I didn't kill anyone.
I got way less people killed than you did.
Comrade, how many did you say I got killed? I didn't kill.
Oh, sorry. 30.
Yeah, I was like, just get the hell out of here, dude.
I was looking at the wrong one. I only got 10 of my dudes killed.
And I don't even know how I got
30 people killed. And Chris only got 24 people killed.
I have no idea how I got fucking 30 killed. But
I don't know how Chris only killed 44 people. That's crazy.
44.
Alert mode 186. Holy shit.
Alert mode for you is 80 something.
Restarts. Chris only had 8 restarts?
Yeah. Easy, bro. Come on.
Whoa. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, we got to take into account he's playing on easy. So I really should be looking at German in mine.
No. But so I think I did it for 3 is I got Pigeon as well again. And I think I just loaded the file up, killed one dude, and I resubmitted it. And it was, I don't remember what the fuck it was. But the point is I wanted to do that for this one. Be like, all right, stop giving me this catch-all and no one was killed and show me what my other ranking would be, Because again, this one means if I took 100 hours or if I beat it in 1 hour, it's still, Pigeon because my alerts were high. My, you know what I'm saying? It catches a lot of things and it kind of sucks. I hate this ranking personally.
Well, also, I didn't give a fuck after a certain point when I realized I can't sneak my way through this game effectively with the controls that it has, even with the right stick. I was just like, fuck it. Like, I'm just going to, if he sees me, I'm going to throw him to the ground and keep going.
So I did start a new game plus, and I think Noise you did too. Chris, I don't know if you have, but Noise, did you get any special characters for the new game plus?
Yeah, because I used passwords.
Oh, no. Okay, no, so you didn't. So, yeah.
So I was telling Chris off pod, it's actually not beneficial to get him through passwords because they are lower stats than you would get from earning them.
Okay, did not know that. Cool, good to know.
Yeah.
No, I got for me, the ones I unlocked right off the bat were freaking Noel, Cunningham, Gene. Did I have Gene? I don't fucking remember anymore.
I did. I had Python. I had Null. No, not Null. Sorry. Wait, how did you get Null?
No, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought you fucking took him down non-lethal.
I did.
Because the criteria is you have to take him down lethally.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I have him. Whoops. I just
That's crazy because I looked up the criteria and that's why I told Chris, I was like, dude, I looked at the criteria. I was going to earn them legit. And some of the criteria is like, you have to fucking do this, this, and this and beat the game and then load the game again. And it's just like, fuck you, no. Game. That's not happening.
So I'm looking at my roster real quick. So I have, like I said, I know I have Null. I have Teleco. I have Null. Mm-hmm. I don't know how the fuck I have Null. I have Teleco and I have, what's the other chick's name?
Venus.
There you go, Venus. And I have, obviously, like I said, Cunningham. No Gene. I thought I had Gene. I guess not.
You have Venus on your memory?
Memory? What?
So Chris is referring to, okay, hold on. Let me find this. This is hilarious. So obviously there's legit ways to get the characters. And to get Venus, it says you have to have your spies in the power station and wait until December 8th. And you got to report about a suspicious character. Go there, knock her out, drag her to the truck, where Snake and Roy and a couple of other soldiers will have a large grin on their faces And never mind that last statement. Just drag her to the back of the truck and you will capture, thus recruiting her.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't do that. I just got her when I started my new game.
But yeah, so it says additional ways to get some secret characters.
Okay.
The reason you have Teleco and Venus is because you have game saves from Acid and Acid 2. But it says for Teleco, have a MGA game save on your PSP's memory stick, blah, blah, blah. Venus, have a MGA 2 game save on your PSP's memory stick. That's how this fucking guy wrote it.
Read it one more time because all I heard was memory. So what is it? What is it? The criteria? Get what?
Have a MGA 2 game save on your PSP's memory stick.
Okay, so you can either capture her or do the memory stick. Okay.
Yeah, but that's how this fucker put it on his goddamn FAQ. I was like, this fucker misspelled it. And then I'm like, oh shit, it says memory. Classic
funny.
South Park joke. And then you said you have Rykov because you got that Western Wilderness area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have him, Python.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I just had a check. They actually gave her like full pants this time, so she's
boo.
No legs, no panty shots. Does she jiggle?
Do her
jiggles.
Does her figgle jits?
No jits. No jello modes, unfortunately.
So one thing about recruiting Eliza and Ursula, you could only recruit one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
So
I didn't get either one of them.
Even with passwords, if you grab one, you cannot recruit the other, and vice versa. So you kind of have to weigh your options on that. Yeah, because it says for Null. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong, Chris. That's why I had Null. Stamina kill or HP kill Null both times and beat the game.
So you get him no matter what then.
I read it wrong. Yeah.
What is it for Cunningham?
Cunningham is stamina kill Cunningham and beat the game before January 1st. Save that file when it tells you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Another thing is people kind of wondered, can you get to 1980?
That's my mission.
The answer is no.
Oh, dang it.
You can't.
You get to December 31st, 1971. And if you go beyond that, you create a time paradox.
Like for real, like the game says time paradox?
The game will tell you time paradox.
No way.
So just something happens in 1980, I guess, right?
Yeah. It's interesting.
Interesting, isn't it? How would they know that far ahead, right?
Shit.
It's almost like they had something planned. Yeah. Chris is lost. But yeah, just some weird trivia stuff that I wanted to mention. And yeah, there's passwords and shit you can find on the FAQ and stuff. Yeah, I didn't get Western Wilderness because I guess you had to do something before a certain time. Mm-hmm. And then that's how you can get Rykov and Sokolov and Eva. It all kind of cascades starting off of that Western Wilderness map. But yeah, what is your opinion, Chris, on this game? It sounds like you really loved it. You said it consumed you.
I did love the game. The ending, the way that it ended, not the song or anything like that, but the way it ended with Metal Gear, I thought was kind of anticlimactic.
Okay.
Did you expect the real Metal Gear fight after that fake one?
I was looking forward to that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. And then when it turns out, oh, you just destroyed it and it fell into the ocean or something, it's like, yay, did a thing, kind of. I felt
we didn't have enough resources for the game.
Yeah. I felt cheated out of an ending to a small extent. I still very much enjoy the game. It is still definitely in my top 5.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I liked it. The like you say, I liked the art style. I'm glad that we did the graphic novels before we did this because I don't know how I would have felt about it at that point.
Kind of eased you in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but yeah, I very much enjoyed it. Solid game.
That's my line.
I thought it was very well made, and I like the idea of sequel games kind of going into the past, exploring past
prequels.
Yeah, prequel. Yeah. Exploring what happened bore and building up that story and everything. Yeah. So I very much enjoyed that.
It's almost George Lucas should have taken notes on how to make prequels.
Properly do a prequel. Yeah. and again, I must say that I remind you, this was PSP.
Yeah.
This was, pushing the boundaries. If you know.
Well, how long did you say it was supposed to take to beat this game?
13 hours. Exactly what Noise got, roughly.
Nah, German was saying 2 hours.
No, don't gaslight me. No.
What is the definition of gaslighting?
Trying to make me think I'm going crazy by saying stuff and putting ideas in my head and shit like that.
Is it getting lighter in here?
No, it's not. My room is pretty damn dark and hot.
Yeah. Seems like that gas from that lamp is starting to affect you.
No.
No, it took me 31 hours to complete.
But you were doing a lot of side stuff too, though. So.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, you recruited 180
but that's
people.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Is
100
that,
of them by
like,
hand.
I really took the game in for pretty much all it's worth, and I very much enjoyed it. It was a lovely game.
You know what, Noise? You've been playing that forever, and I've been wanting to say for the longest time, I want my own fucking little thing.
What is it? What do you mean? What does that mean?
Like a soundboard?
I want, my own little thing. You know which one I want, Noise?
Huh?
And I've been wanting this forever, and I'm gonna butcher it to crazy right now by doing it. But I want the Sebuta. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. God damn it! Let me play real quick.
About
Shit,
the opening to Lion King?
Kind of. Okay. Noise.
So when you're gonna eat my pizza, bro.
How can I play a sound and you hear it?
Over Discord.
Over Discord? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Share my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll even know where it's from that way.
Well, no, I can't share my screen. Can I just share the sound? I'll just play it on my
because
phone.
you're saying spoilers? Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
do your...
I'll
I
play it on my
can
phone.
minimize.
No, it's okay.
watch.
It's okay. Just-
Oh, we don't trust you.
Fair.
You know too much. You knew about Null before Null even showed up.
You
You knew?
Hold on.
Let's see
But
if I
keep going
can-
while I look this up. Mhm.
Well, there's nothing else to say.
Well, you can talk about Plus.
I guess.
like the
Okay,
game.
no, I guess. Yeah, no, Chris. Okay, so I'll put in my 2 cents. I didn't hate this game. I like this game a lot. It fell short.
Said you hated it. You were like, I hate
It
this
fell.
game.
No, when I first played it, I hated it because
Now
of the
who's
controls,
gaslighting?
and it was hard because I was playing on the PSP. Right, like I said, there was no way to emulate it, no way for me to enjoy it properly. I refused to do the claw. So initially, yes, I hated it, but like I said, once I finally played it now with you guys and stuff, I appreciate it a lot more. It fell short to me on a lot of things, and I get it because it was like their first attempt to do in making a full Metal Gear Solid experience on a handheld. It was their first attempt, so I don't hate it for that. It's kind of like Acid 1 to Acid 2, you know what I mean? Acid 1 was like, we're figuring out how to make this card game. No one's ever done this kind of shit before. And then Acid 2 was like, hey, we perfected it, but we have less content, which I feel like Acid 2 should add more. I feel like I would have been happier with Acid 2 if they just had a little bit more content. But
Okay, hold on. Here's the song real quick. Hold on.
okay.
You know where that's from? You gotta know where that's from.
No, what the fuck is that?
Oh my god. Okay, well, we'll get into that next time, I guess.
The only thing I heard was,
Yes,
that's it.
that was it. There's a different version of that, but
Is this from a Metal Gear game? Oh. Did we lose German?
Yeah, he did.
oh,
get
sorry.
cut off.
I
That German's
was
PC
muting
restarted.
myself. No.
You pressed his power button too.
No. Okay, so you don't know where that's from. All right. You'll decide.
Is it from the Metal Gear series?
Yes, 100%.
Are you serious? Play it again. Play it one more time.
I gotta fine tune it again. I don't want to spoil. There's stuff right before it, right after it. So
Oh, okay.
keep going. So yeah, you said it. Acid 2 was.
You could go off monitor and then share it with each other if you want.
Well, yeah.
No, it's okay.
I'm gonna mute myself. Keep talking.
Just fucking text it to me, man. But god damn, what the fuck was I talking about? I definitely didn't expect more from this game. I'm just sad that I didn't get more from this game. The boss fights were very minimal. There was no the bosses weren't special in any way to me. You know what I mean? Everything
In
was
this
like
game?
yeah, everything was just a 1v1, like very straightforward. You could just fucking brute force your way through every single boss. And
I don't know about brute force your way, but
yeah, like
definitely
once I
cheese
figured
it.
out once I figured out Null, well that's what I mean. It's like once I figured out Null, like I'm brute forcing my way through because I'm just waiting for him to reload, hitting him, and wait for him to reload, hitting him. Same thing.
Here's what's funny: like you're talking about brute force, and you're talking about, and I keep thinking Peace Walker, and I'm like, I don't know what you see in Peace Walker, but
when we get there.
mhm.
When we
I
get
know.
there. To me, Peace Walker is the perfect Metal Gear portable game.
Ooh.
It's
Again,
it's
no,
perfect.
I can say it's got better controls, nicer graphics, and that's about it.
That's crazy talk because there's so many like just great gameplay things that just make the game fun and I'm not fighting the controls. That's the problem with this game. I'm fighting the controls, and it pulls me out of the experience. As soon as I can't press, like that whole triangle being binded to fucking wall press and action and stalking, that's ridiculous. Like you said, you even said it. You should just be able to walk up to a fucking wall like you have been this entire series. Just walk up to a wall and press. You don't have to press triangle. Why do we have to press triangle now?
I don't know.
Kinda crazy.
I agree, but I'm just like,
Also-
okay, I'll just fucking do what the game tells me to do.
No, I understand. I'm a stickler for like just play the game the way it intended, but this is the only one that starts doing really weird things. And then we have a left analog stick. Why aren't they using the analog part of it so you can stalk? You know what I mean? It's analog. We can press all the way to move all the way forward, and we can move it a little bit to stalk. Why is it attached to a button? Why is it attached to a button?
It is on a small Joy-Con, man. It
doesn't matter. It's an analog stick, which means it measures from 0 to 100.
I think it's easy to say that it should have been that way, but if you actually coded it onto a PSP and try to do it, you'd be like, it's too small to fucking stalk on this shit.
I disagree. I disagree because I've played other PSP games on there that absolutely do that. Ratchet and Clank, Size Matters, it does that. If you push it a little, Ratchet walks, and if you push it all the way, he runs.
Okay, so, fair point.
You know, I'm trying not to hold this game to a higher standard, but I played my PSP a shit ton. I played fucking Monster Hunter on it, and that game is insanely complicated, and they somehow couldn't nail this game to be a little smoother. You know what I mean? Tons of Monster Hunter games, and they fucking work totally fine. I have no problem with those on hardware, but this one irks me with their controls. What were you going to say? When did what?
No, what?
Oh, no, you're asking when did something.
Oh, I was going to say, when did Ratchet and Clank come out? This game came out, what was it, 2005?
This is 2006, so Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. 2007, 1 year after.
Okay.
So here's where I'm going to kind of mention a little bit about Portable Ops Plus. I started a game on that just to see how it is. It's basically the trials that you were telling us to play on Acid 2, right? Get to the goal, eliminate all enemies, survive until the time runs out, those type of things. And it's random. You never know where the entrance or the exit is on the map. But
are the maps randomly generated, or is it like recycled maps?
It's recycled maps plus new maps.
Okay.
But there are already quality of life things on there that I really like. One of them is the enemies show up on your sonar, and it lets you know if they're upstairs or downstairs.
Okay.
So if they're downstairs, it's an upside down triangle. If they're upstairs, it's a right side up triangle. Otherwise, it's a square if they're on your level, which is dope. Another crazy quality of life thing that I'm glad they figured out within this year of releasing this Portal Ops Plus is instead of calling that recruit a guy next to a box, just punch, kick the box, and the guy will just take him. You don't even have to open up your fucking codec.
That's cool.
It's pretty dope. And it's just these small things that the team started thinking about, like, how do we make this game a little fucking more streamlined?
That's the problem I have with it. It's just little missions. It's not the full game. It's not a definitive version of the game.
No, I didn't say it was a definitive version.
No. I never said you did. I'm saying that's why I remember when I heard Plus, I was like, hell yeah. You know, it's going to have better controls. And again, I never played it because it was just
Plus is a never-ending version of the regular one where you're just like, I just want to do these missions more and more. Okay. And I don't know. I enjoyed that a lot more than the base game, you know, because like I said, once you knew where the exit was, which the map tells you in the base game, you just beeline to it and there's no consequence. In Portable Ops Plus, you don't know where the exit is. It doesn't show up on the map. In fact, the exit shows up on your sonar when you get close, like it emits a sound. So it's kind of like an enemy. You're like, is that an enemy or is that the exit? And yeah, I mean, I don't know. It kind of makes it, dude, it forced me to explore parts of the maps that I didn't even know existed in the base game. I was like, what the fuck? Where was this fucking room? I never even seen this spot here.
But that was kind of your fault for saying, fuck it, I'm just going to beeline it.
No, and I tried. I looked for things, because when I would go back and looking for, like, when the spy unit was like, hey, look for this weapon. And I'd go exploring and all this stuff. Some ladders were there that I didn't even know existed. I was like, holy shit, there's like a whole
there's definitely some items there's some items I couldn't figure out how to fucking get. There was a bunch of doors that would just go beep beep beep, And I was like, do I need to drag a guard over here or something?
I would try that too. Yeah.
And again, I was trying to do it before January 1st to get Cunningham. So that's why I was also like,
Wait,
I'll figure it out.
Did you guys not know about the walls you can blow up?
There was wall. I knew some walls.
Okay.
Chris is like, I got something.
I was gonna be shocked. Like, what?
Yeah,
I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm not saying Plus is a better game than the base game. I'm just saying they had extra time, obviously, and it's just a little expansion. It's a standalone thing you get to play, and I'm just
disappointed it wasn't. Here's all these new features and the game. It was here's all these new features on its own thing.
Well, they wouldn't have been able to fit it on the UMD. That's the thing.
You don't think so? That's the problem.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. Or just didn't want to spend the extra money to make a definitive version. Because obviously Freedom 2, and Freedom Unite. Freedom Unite has the base game in it too. So either they spent extra money to make a bigger capacity UMD, and the Portable Ops people were like, nah, fuck it, just make it an extra, a whole extra thing. It'll be cheap for us, and they just have to move their game save over. I don't know. But that's beside the point. I just wanted to mention some quality of life things that I enjoyed from Portable Ops Plus.
I will definitely give it a shot. I don't think we're going to make that a requirement. Right? No. We're not making it. Right. I've never played it. I remember being in GameStop, and I remember being like, I'm going to buy this. And then either I asked the guy or the guy told me like, yeah, it's not a full game. It's just like online and bonus or something. Like, oh, never mind. So then I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah. But we will kind of cover it. I do want you guys to play a little bit through it, and we'll cover that and mobile in the same episode when I come back.
Okay. That sounds good.
So that'll be your guys' assignment, is to watch a playthrough of the mobile one and play some Portable Ops Plus, because I could not find a way to play mobile. But there is a video out there of some dude that played through it. And I'm just interested in what mobile has to offer.
Yeah, I would have liked to. I'm not going to lie. You tasked me with figuring out BlueStacks, and I didn't. So
that's all right. But I love the story of this game. It shows us where Big Boss kind of got his ideas and made them better, made them his own. He applied the boss's philosophy to Army's Heaven. Overall, I think it's a fucking great game. I don't think anyone should take my negative remarks as like, oh, I shouldn't play this. Like, definitely give it a shot. Like, you might love it more than I did. Like, I think it was a great experience. I'm glad I finally played all the way through it. Like that's the biggest plus for me, is that finally I made it all the way through, and I appreciate the whole story. Yeah, I wish there was a little bit more on Null, because he just kind of fell off the face of the planet after you beat him. Like his story just stopped mattering after that.
Yeah. One thing I want to add in here real quick is I remember thinking at the end of this game that I kind of would be interested in replaying the series in like order of events instead of chronological order.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So like,
so you mean in chronological order, but not in release
chronological
order.
Release order. Yeah. No, I understood.
In Chrono Riser order.
Yes, exactly. Chrono Riser order. Yeah. I just put together that chronological has chrono in it. Okay.
Chrono means time.
Yeah. I'm smart. I was today years old now.
Me fail English? That's impossible.
Chrono Trigger? You were like, Chrono Trigger?
But yeah, I assume that MGS3 would be the first in the series.
You know what they say about assuming anything, Chris.
Okay,
that's right.
Well,
you make an ass out of yourself and nobody else.
Yeah. That's how it goes. But yeah, I would be interested in doing that at some point. I don't know if that would be us as a podcast or me personally or whatever, but I think that would be interesting too, to do it like
just in order of events.
In order of events of how things happen and see what led up to what and what changed and everything. And yeah.
Cool. German, we know you love this game.
I like this game.
Give it praise.
I like this game. It's holds up in my opinion, compared to what I played it back in 2006. Definitely holds up in my opinion. I was still sad that Portable Ops Plus was not a definitive version of this game, and that it hasn't got a definitive version to this date. So again, maybe that's what the haters recording. I would totally fucking love that. Again, I will stand by. Again, for all we know, I haven't played Peace Walker in many years either, so maybe I'll change my mind. I still think this game's better than Peace Walker. That's my vote.
It's so crazy.
Yeah,
it's so crazy.
No, again, Peace Walker plays smoother. Peace Walker is freaking got quality of life improvements up the ass.
It's a completely different game. Like it's hard to explain without.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, yes, okay, I know what you're trying to say, but in terms of like storyline, like I think this one knocks that one out of the park. There's only one part about that game that I'm like
crazier.
Yeah, I still will stand by that. Like there's cool stuff about that game, but not as cool as this one, in my opinion. As much as I hate Cunningham, he served the purpose because he was like working for the CIA to try to do whatever the fuck he was doing. I don't remember anymore, but
everyone was kind of just doing their own thing. That's the one thing I don't like about this. Everyone was just kind of doing their own thing. Like Cunningham was doing something aside from Jean. Fucking Ursula Eliza was dealing with mental illness. Noel was just trying to be free, and Jean was doing his thing. Like it just, I don't know. Like everyone's story was disconnected from each other, and I didn't like that. I kind of wanted it to kind of converge and make sense at the end for everybody, but I didn't get that. It was just disappointing. I mean, like I said, the only thing of value for me is we see that Gray Fox does exist before Metal Gear 1, and that Jean is a huge influence on Big Boss's ideas of outer heaven.
Well, and like I said, we get to see why Big Boss is revered as this great hero / great leader, if you will. Like this person that people are like, yeah, I will die for him. Why?
We're seeing the roots of all that. Yeah.
Why? What's his name? Gray Fox. Said he would die for him or whatever what he says. He willingly was following. He's like, I'm not blindly following orders. Like I'm loyal to him. So yeah. But anyways, yeah. Again, so the game. I think we should work on our rank. What was that thing called? Like when you rank them and shit like that, right?
Our tier list.
A tier list. There you go. Our tier list. And I also got an idea that I was like, we could also do a final boss tier list because we were just kind of talking about final bosses, or maybe all boss tier list. That'd be kind of cool too, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Boss tier list / final boss tier list because final boss is different than boss in my opinion. Yeah,
I do want to. I do want to give this game one more praise that I kind of forgot to mention is without this game, certain games wouldn't exist.
No, it would be way different. Feature.
We wouldn't have gotten a couple games that I love. One of them being the one we're arguing about. But like, without I definitely give absolute praise to this one for starting that, and it wasn't a Kojima idea. So it does prove that the the series can exist without Kojima. You know what I mean? Maybe the story outline was Kojima's on this one, but other people wrote this and other people designed it, and it's a great Metal Gear game. And
I mean, like I say,
fuck everyone who says it's not canon.
I 100%.
That's crazy.
Kojima says it's not canon, but
fuck him.
I completely. It's canon. It's fucking 100% canon.
Let him go run through the meadow and create his Death Stranding bullshit out there. Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, this game is completely canon. And again, Chris, the main reason people say it's not canon is because he didn't
just because he didn't
direct it. He didn't.
He wasn't
write
involved
it, whatever.
He just produced it, and I think he did an outline to the story, but that's it.
Yeah, but otherwise, like, did it feel like a Metal Gear game?
It did, yeah. Well, it continued off basically from
not only does it feel like it continues, so it's like canon.
It fits in the story, yeah.
It's like saying Rogue One isn't canon because George Lucas didn't write it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's the connecting thread between episode 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might not like it, but it doesn't mean it's not canon.
Yeah. And somehow it's better than the prequels.
Which, again, I don't know how you wouldn't like Rogue One, because Rogue One was pretty goddamn good.
It's fucking awesome. I love that movie. Quick question.
Yeah.
Do we have time for a quiz?
I do, but the episode is getting long, so it's your call.
Oh, I don't care. I don't work tomorrow. I don't work for the next 3 weeks.
No, except the episode is getting long, because we're just trying to keep it short, but yeah.
Yeah. It's up to you guys.
I'm good.
Chris, you good? Okay, let's do it.
All right. Get your fucking pencils out and your papers.
That again?
Because you're not going to use them at all.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
I got you. Yeah, you won't need a pen or a pencil or anything like that. But hold on, let me do a little quick test. Testing. What do I sound like?
Robot. Decoy octopus.
What? I'm supposed to sound like Cyborg Ninja? Yes. No.
Yes.
Decoy octopus.
It's a robot.
Decoy octopus. Oh, I didn't hear Jim say robot. Okay.
Oh.
So this game. Where's my thing? This one is called the Cyborg Ninja Quiz. Basically, I'm going to be reading out quotes from each game that we have played. Also, the movies that we watched. So one quote per thing that we
or-
did for per
Okay.
game, per movie.
Per media,
But they,
yeah.
per media, thank you. But they will be read out
entry.
per entry. But they will all be read out
Per
as
medium.
per medium. But they will all be read out
Dias.
per dias, per diem,
That's what I meant, yeah.
perception,
Inception.
percent.
Let's see how long we can distract him.
Per double ops.
Yeah.
They will be read out as if they
Perfect.
have, as if all these characters
Perfect soldier.
were. Oh, that's a good one. As if all these characters were read out by the perfect soldier himself, the cyborg ninja.
Okay.
Proceed.
So yes, you'll be perceiving them through this voice, and that hopefully will be throwing you guys off.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are on
Is
the
it just
Discord.
first one to?
Get your soundboards out if you remember how to do that.
No.
I do.
You're gonna have to pick out a sound effect, and that will be your sound effect, so that I know who is who. Because I'm not gonna be fucking looking at the thing. I won't know who's actually ringing in.
No, I don't know how to do that, so you're gonna have to remind me.
Down where it says the voice connected, the bottom right should say open soundboard.
Right underneath the phone symbol.
Yeah, right above the.
Oh yeah, I see.
All right. So what is your sound effect, Chris?
What was that noise?
All right. That'll be Chris's sound effect. German?
Sorry, I'm trying to look here. I don't know. That's locked, so I can't click on that one.
You're trying to
That's
choose
just-
some from others.
Just a box.
Okay.
Yes.
So what was that noise in just a box? Perfect. And you guys at home playing along, just yell. Just yell at your stereo.
Sorry.
Okie dokie. Are you ready for the first quote?
Yes.
All right. Here's the first.
Wait. We're deciding whether or not it is Ocelot or not Ocelot.
What? It's no. We're deciding where it's from, right?
Well, I will tell you what game it's from.
Okay.
We're going to go in chronological order from release date, from Metal Gear 1 all the way to
Okay.
Portable Ops.
By the way, in case
Okay.
anyone's wondering, chrono is the root word for chronological. That means time.
I literally thought you had something there for a second.
No. It should have played that thing for When May I Tell a Story, but I think that was good.
Yeah, different podcast. Yeah. Are we going to say
so I'm just saying. So we're trying to figure out where
who said it?
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
who said this
Good
quote?
thing we clarified that, because
okay.
I thought we were both on different pages. I thought we were
Oh,
trying
from
to
what
figure
game?
out
No,
what game it was.
No. Sorry. Yeah. I will tell you what game it's from, and you just tell me who said it, and I will be speaking in the Cyborg Ninja
Robot
voice,
Yeah.
which will
Okay.
be fucking you up, hopefully. So here is your first quote from Metal Gear 1. Tell me who said this. Can you hear me, Solid Snake? I'm not dead. Someday, I'll get even with you. Someday, we will meet again.
What was that noise?
Chris,
Big Boss.
that is
Big-
fucking correct.
I completely forgot how to click on the thing. I was like,
I
"Oh,
was-
that's Big Boss,"
I
and I'm
was
like,
gonna
"Oh, wait."
click earlier because when it said I came back from the dead, I was like, "Yep, that's Big Boss."
So I literally, because I'm watching YouTube. Sorry, so I'm watching, and I was like, "Oh, I know that one." I'm like, "Oh, wait, I'm supposed to click on something."
Good
Okay.
job, German.
Good job, Chris. Good job.
Thank you. Kurt.
All right, here comes your second quote.
Get the hand on the buzzer, German.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, yeah.
I'm ready.
You
I'm
guys
ready.
ready?
to start.
Okay. From Metal Gear 2, like I said, we're going to do this in the way that we play them. So from Metal Gear 2, who said this? Snake, after you destroyed Metal Gear, NATO launched a massive bombing campaign against Outer Heaven. All of us, resistance fighters, and the children of Outer Heaven, they didn't care about any of us. There was no escape from the flames. They died like animals in a cage.
What was that noise?
Pat, let's see.
Gray
Chris?
Fox.
No,
Just a box.
German.
I'm gonna get it wrong because I don't remember his name. Can I look it up?
What? No.
I know who it is. I just don't remember his name. I know who it is. I'm not looking up the quote. I'm looking up the character's name. But
Just describe him.
fucking Black Mamba. It's fucking the guy who died in Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yes, it's Black Ninja, aka
Black
Schneider.
Ninja. Black Mamba. I was like, Snyder. That's the game. Couldn't remember his name.
I will give you that. Yes. I will
Okay,
not be-
okay.
I will not be unfair because some of these names are like, who if you give me something close to it. so if I-
Plus, I mean, I do have trouble pronouncing half of these fucking people's names. So
yeah. Also, I forgot to mention, you can interrupt me as soon as you know what it is.
That's why I was grunting, because like I knew it, I just didn't want to click on it because I don't fucking remember his name.
All right. This next one comes from Metal Gear Solid. Here is your quote. You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes.
Just a box.
German.
Naomi.
That is correct. Do you want to hear the rest of the quote?
No, I'm good.
Good. Good, because she says it twice in the game. All right. Here is your fourth quote from Metal Gear Solid 2. Who said this? Even if a pawn becomes a queen, it is still just a playing piece.
What was that noise?
Chris.
Revolver Ocelot.
Damn.
Incorrect.
No?
So, I thought he was right. So is it Solidus then?
Incorrect.
What the fuck?
I didn't count on this. How do we do these rules now?
Well, then we just neither one gets the point.
Okay.
Or do we get a? Yeah, that's what I say.
We both got the wrong answer, so I guess we just.
All right.
Yeah, we don't.
Nobody got that one. All right.
You're not gonna tell us?
I'll tell you at the end.
Okay.
All right. Here's your next quote.
I know exactly. Can I rebuttal? Can I buzz in the second time?
No. For the next one, it is from Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes.
Yes.
Chris has got an advantage here. Who said this? The truth is, my grandfather was part of the Manhattan Project.
What was that
Just a
noise?
box.
Oh, damn. That was both of us.
The
give it to
noise
Chris.
is right. I forget who did. You guys picked freaking similar ones. The who was that noise is Chris, right?
We both clicked it, but and Chris is what? We
Yeah,
were like literally,
I heard his first. Okay.
neck to neck.
Who is
Go
it?
for it.
Okay. Dr. Otacon. Not Dr. Otacon. Otacon.
That is correct. Hal Emmerich / Otacon. Would have been great if German said Ocelot.
I probably might have. So
All right. Here's your next quote from Metal Gear Solid 3. Who said this? Snake, what have you done? You've changed history. You've created a
What was
time.
that noise?
Oh,
German.
dang it.
Colonel Campbell, technically, when you create a time paradox.
That is fucking correct.
Oh man! As soon as he clicked it, I knew. Yeah.
I knew if I threw Metal Gear Solid 3, but it wasn't a character that was actually in Metal Gear Solid 3, but is
Yeah.
in Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah.
All right. Here is your next quote from Metal Gear Acid. Who said this? I just developed a new strategy, just like a pansy. My new style is as pretty.
Just a box.
German.
Le one.
The one. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
The pansy line.
I forgot about. Dang it.
That's definitely what gave it away to me. The pansy. I was like, all right.
you clicked it right after that. I was like,
My new
pansy,
style
yeah.
is as pretty as a pansy. Pansy. Rush. Have a good life. That's the rest of the one. All right. This next one is from Escape from New York. Who said this? Good evening. Although I shall not be president at this historic summit meeting, I present this in the hope that our great nations may learn to live in peace.
I don't know. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Just a box.
German.
The president. I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
At
it's
the end of the movie.
president.
I don't remember his name though. What's his name?
I only put the president because I don't know his name either.
Oh.
It's at the end, and he plays the tape, and yeah.
He plays the tape, is what
And
German
then
said.
it's Cabby's fucking music.
Right. That is correct.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Old time
Alright.
music.
Here's the next one from Escape from LA. So Chris should have the upper hand because he watched that one first.
Yes.
Who said this? The United States is a no smoking nation. No smoking, no drinking, no drugs. No women, unless of course you're married. No guns, no foul language, no red meat.
What was that noise?
Chris,
The president.
incorrect.
It was
You don't
just-
remember
it was
the
just
name,
over
it's
a
okay.
loudspeaker. I shouldn't say that. I'll shut up.
I didn't know. I remember. I just don't remember who the fuck says it. So I'm gonna guess then. Fuck it. I'm gonna guess the commander or something, whatever his name was.
Can you
Karen.
be a little bit more specific?
The one I would have to say it's not the one that is running the commander of LA, but the one that came in to oversee it. I don't know. To oversee the mission. What the fuck happened in that movie anyways? I forgot. Why are you there again?
Snake rides a
They have
tidal
nukes.
wave.
The nukes. They have nukes. That's right.
Can you describe a scene that he's in?
Oh hell no, no.
Or what scene this is exactly from?
Is this like
I feel
around
like-
this part where they're walking down the hallway and you're like, you can also elect to just fucking get executed, right? Is that same area where like there's people getting killed in the background? There's a line. No,
You're so close. Like I feel like you know who it is, but I don't know if I can give it to you. So
no, don't give it to me.
Say
That's fine.
no for now.
I'll be fair.
Yeah. Okay.
Who is?
I'll tell you at the end. This next one is from Metal Gear Acid 2. Who said this? What? Hypnotizing the president is a federal offense.
Just a box.
German.
Dalton.
That is
Oh,
correct. He says that to BB
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
while he's on the shitter.
Well, and what's funny is when BB's like, he's like, let me try something. Yeah. He's like, you feel dizzy? And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What are you talking
about? Never tried again.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm making up the sound effects because it's all typed.
Right, yeah. I'm like, what does Dalton sound like? Because I'm reading this out loud. He sounds like a robot ninja is what he sounds like. All right. This is the last quote from Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops. Who said this? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to yourself? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? Look at how
Just a
much...
box.
German. Big boss. Naked Snake. No?
Incorrect. I will continue on with the quote. Your duty to your units or your personal feelings? Look at how much you've lost already. What kind of country deserves this much loyalty, Snake?
Okay.
What was that noise?
Chris?
Gene.
Yeah.
That is correct.
I didn't know it was like almost word for word what the boss says. Because I remember Big Boss or Naked Snake says something similar to Jonathan, doesn't he?
Johnny.
Yeah, Jonathan.
His name's Johnny.
Johnny.
I think
again that game clearly types it out as Jonathan. I don't know.
Well, that's his
full name. Yeah.
I know. Again,
Johnny's short for Jonathan.
Jonathan, John Lewinsky.
John Lewinsky. Do you want me to read out those other two quotes to see if you guys can get points for those, or should I just tell you what they were?
Well, I know what the other one is. What the MGS2 one is.
The first miss. Let me read it out loud.
MGS2.
Yeah,
that's the first miss. Sorry, the first miss. Yeah.
All right,
I know who it is.
I'm gonna read it out loud and let's see if Chris can beat you to it.
Oh, well, can I buzz as soon as you say a word?
Yeah.
I know who it is.
I guess.
That's the rules. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
E.
Just a box.
E.
I didn't say the word.
I know. So here's the part where I'm gonna get pissed if you give me a technicality. It's the AI technically. It's fucking. I want to say it's Rose AI, but it could be Colonel AI. But in my opinion, they're the same fucking AI.
Neither.
Get
Chris,
the fuck out of here.
Let me read the quote again.
Okay.
Even if a pawn becomes a queen, it is still just a playing piece.
What was my guess last time? Ocelot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you did. I shouldn't have said anything. No, you picked fucking Otacon.
Yes, you picked Ocelot last time.
Read it one more time, please.
Even if a pawn becomes a queen, it is still just a playing piece.
I really don't know. Oh my gosh. MGS2. Is it Snake? Solid Snake, I should say.
Oh. All right, let me read the next one that you guys missed.
Okay.
From Escape from LA. German's close. If he could just fucking be a little more specific, I'll give it to him. The United States is a no-smoking nation. No smoking, no drinking, no drugs. No women, unless, of course, you're married. No guns, no foul language, no red meat.
I wouldn't know his name, but...
Well, I don't need a name because you're really close. Okay, German.
Again, just the commander, the fucking general of LA, of the security or whatever, the police.
Can you describe him to me?
He's got a... He is...
He has a face.
He is... I'm confusing him with the one from New York.
That's why I'm not giving it to you, because I feel like if you could just... Okay. Uh-huh.
He has a hat. He's a little overweight.
Okay.
Yeah, he's fat and he's a little fat and has a hat.
Beard or no beard?
Ooh, good beard. Yes.
All right, I'll give it to you. Yes, it's that guy. And it's the last scene when Snake asks him for a smoke.
Yeah.
And that's what he says. The United States is a no-smoking nation.
All right. Well, I mean, I'll take it again. I'll
he's
take it.
He's because he's a hologram as he's asking him that. It's that scene.
Oh, okay. That scene, the hologram. So it is after the whole like people, or you can just die. They're like, you can just get yourself killed if you want.
Yeah. All right. You guys want me to tell you the answer? Or do you guys want to try again for the MGS2?
No, I already thought I knew it was, and if it's not,
I had no idea. So then the answer.
If
it is
not the AI.
President Johnson while he's speaking to Raiden before he gets shot by Ocelot. Really? Even if a pawn becomes a queen, it is still just a playing piece.
I could have sworn it was AI. Wow. Okay. Good job. That was definitely.
Dang.
I you know what? I blocked him out of the
completely
game.
Out.
Yeah, because he fucking I forgot he just grabs Raiden's junk like just uncalled for it too. It's like a man. I'm like, what the fuck? You could have asked.
I almost gave Chris a clue. Like, what? You're a man?
You're a man? And he looks at his hand too, like, oh shit. I got dick juice all over my hand now.
Yeah, I gotta clean my hand. Well, you guys. You guys did great. I literally whipped this up as I started the episode. That's why when German was like, all right, you guys take it up, take on the episode. And I was like, I'm busy. I literally forgot to grab these quotes before we started this. And I was like, fuck. But yeah, let's tally it up. I'm pretty sure you already know who won.
Yeah.
Because Ocelot.
Yeah. Chris has 1, 2. Yes. He has a total of 2.
I like the long pause after 1.
German has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 answers correct. So
it reminds me of
German wins.
It totally reminds me of Mario Party. When it's like, oh, like you already know who the 2 non-winners are, right? And then it's always like, exactly. Here's these first and second, and like
when they've bonus fucking stars that don't do shit for you.
Especially when you get a bunch of bonus stars too, and you're like, oh, Wario and Wario and Wario and Wario, and it's like, so it wasn't Peach, it wasn't Mario, so it's between Wario and Luigi, and you're like, and then you're like, it's fucking Wario, bro. Like it's clearly Wario. Like,
yeah,
I make it. Yeah, it's always so funny.
That was the Cyborg Ninja quiz. Nice. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope that the robot voice kind of fucked you up a little bit.
It did a little bit. It did, absolutely. Yeah.
I tried throwing some accents here. I know the Naomi one was super obvious.
Yeah, Naomi.
But so if you guys are in the know, I will be missing for 2 weeks, but not from the podcast because we thought ahead, and hopefully there won't be any missing episodes as long as Chris doesn't fuck things up. Just kidding. Those will be already uploaded and everything and ready to go. The only thing that he could mess up are the shorts, which I'm sure he won't. He knows that. He knows what he's doing.
I'm a good boy.
Unlike Metal Gear games, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll be missing for a couple weeks, which at that point, I think I'm going to be playing some Portable Ops Plus if I have any downtime. Probably not, because I'll just be hanging out with the fam down in the third world country of Mexico. I'm going on a secret mission, like German does, and we're going to see if we can make Mexico part of the United States. Mm-hmm. And it'll be the
52nd state.
Yeah, so I was going to say the whole country is going to be the 52nd state.
The whole country. you do know why they'll never make Puerto Rico and freaking Dominican Republic and all that shit.
Because they'll mess up the flag. It looks too neat
and tidy. They'll have to reprint billions of flags.
Just print it on the back. Just start a new set of stars on the back of the flag.
Oh man,
that's just DLC stars. That's all.
DLC stars.
Just like German does with his notepad. You just start writing on the backside.
Just scribble over,
Coffee stains and all.
Oh man.
But so these guys and me, I'm gonna have to fucking watch a video on the Metal Gear Solid mobile game because we couldn't find a way to play it. If anyone out there figures out a way to play it, go through it, man, and tell us about your adventure because I would love to play this game, but I failed every single time I tried looking for an N-Gage emulator that would run this ROM, and it's abandonware, so it should be available, legally as an archived ROM. So apparently the story of Metal Gear Solid Mobile is between Solid 1 and Solid 2. So it does, I guess, involve Snake and Otacon and their adventures, possibly with their group Philanthropy, right?
Yeah, Philanthropy. Yep.
Possibly. Which I always wanted like a full game of that where you're just boss rushing Metal Gears. That would be tight. But
yeah, from different parts of the country, dude, that'd be so sick.
I don't think this game does that because it was an N-Gage game.
No, I know it doesn't. But I'm saying that would be a cool game. Like I just imagine like the Street Fighter 2, like when you fly to Japan and then you take down the Japan Metal Gear, and then you
see the flags.
Yeah. You're like Iraq. Yeah, exactly.
You're just 1v1. Yeah, you're just 1v1 Metal Gears.
like you do with the cars and shit. That's just you.
Yes,
just punching the fucking Metal Gear.
That'd be amazing.
Guile comes out, Sonic Boom.
Yeah. The thousand hand slap from E Honda.
Yeah.
But it's a Metal Gear, just like with its cock gun or whatever the fuck it would be, because they all have cock guns.
Yeah.
But so we'll be doing that. We'll be watching a video on that so we know what the hell's going on, and playing a little bit of Portable Ops, and we'll talk about that when I get back.
Yeah.
Which should be like around November 22nd, I think, because I think publicly this episode should be going out on the 15th.
Okay.
Oh, dude, I don't even get me started. So I don't know.
Which, by the way, I was telling Chris, part 2 of this series of Portable Ops comes out on November 1st, which is when the game officially starts.
Mm-hmm.
No way. Right? That's kind of cool.
Before we see the first calendar day, which is the next day after we've been captured on November 2nd. So it's serendipitous. Weird that it worked out that way.
Yeah. Is that what serendipitous means?
Serendipitous. It's like a happy coincidence, yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
It was a happy little accident,
yeah,
as Bob Ross would put it.
Cool.
But yeah.
No such thing as mistakes, only happy accidents.
That's right. Yeah.
Mm.
So we got our marching orders, play some Portable Ops Plus just for kicks and giggles, just to see what that game was like, and find a way to experience Metal Gear Solid Mobile, either through an emulator or a YouTube video. I know there's an entire walkthrough on there. I'll link one in the description so that this guy, whoever he is, gets some views and stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
Because he managed to get it going, and I wish I knew his secrets, but he's not.
Hey, you could try messaging him.
Shit was like 7 years ago, man. That guy's probably dead already. He's gone.
No.
He's moved on to another life. But we're still going to give him views.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, this was Codec Calls, a Metal Gear Saga podcast. That was one of your hosts, Luis, codenamed Red Noise.
Hey guys, I'm a Contra or German codename. What was it? Chrono Riser.
I
almost said Chrono Trigger.
I am Dammit Chris, codename Blue Rhino Boss.
And we'll see you guys next time. You guys have yourselves a good break, because we're gonna be chilling for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Except for Chris, he's still working.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going vacation mode too. But let me know if you need some, Chris.
I will.
Yeah. Help each other out. Don't fuck it up. Bye.
Bye.